looking at me. If you want the dick, then ask. I keep the fishy bitches away, I don't eat bass. Oh man, that sun feel good on me. All I really wanna do is smoke with the homies. Yeah. Yeah. That sun feel good on me. Oh man, that Florida sun show feel good on me. All I really wanna do is smoke with the homies, but I gotta get dough, then I smoke with the homies. Nigga, what? Ain't no play here, only keep it solid over here. Ain't nothing shaking, baby. Baby, fuck cloud, now I'm on the 10th floor. She passed out cause she ain't used to smoking all this endo. I'm a serious crime on the beat, bitch. I'm talking get my on 2 units by 2 p.m. That's a big 10-4. Friday the 13th, I broke my ball. Guess me in the trees, I was smoking, oh, it's too damn strong. You ever fuck Florida snow in the summer rain? Sun still shining, pussy sweeter than a candy cane. See, with me, it's an endless waltz. Next gen type, make the impossible do a somersault. Like fuck Black Panther sucker, I'm Killmonger. Yeah. Feed a cranky bitch my dick to satisfy her hunger. You heavy flash like heavy lightning with no thunder. Can't ride my city like that with no thumper. Only I know that sun feel good on me. All I really wanna do is smoke with the homies. Yeah. Yeah. That sun feel good on me. Oh man, that Florida sun show feel good on me. All I really wanna do is smoke with the homies, but I gotta get dough, then I smoke with the homies. Nigga, what? Ain't no play, people solid over here, ain't no shaking, baby. Champagne and platinum military taste so good. Let me up while I roll up like a real freak should. Mama Mia almost got me, but I rolled up nice. Something difficult to never take time and add some ice. Finna move a few plates in these terrascapes, ate a few cats, now I'm seeing other worldly shapes. Captain save a whole nigga, you forgot your cape. That's a flagrant foul, 2 on you, run back the tape. Smoking F1 while watching F1. Looks like Ferrari, this shit's gonna be the best one. Still pulling highway maneuvers, call me Louis Hamilton. Still smoking splits, bumping Buju and Capleton. Keeping bad juju away, I'm having fun. My line is gonna ride with me, I gotta go. All I like to know that something.
Welcome to Perspectives and Facts Podcast, episode 62. Rob, what did you say? What is that? What does FBA stand for?
FBA?
FBA.
It's that Florida Boy Advocates.
Say it just a little bit louder. I don't think Jay does it.
Florida Boy Advocates.
And that's what FBA stands for.
That's what I thought.
I would like to tell you that FBA does not stand for Florida Boy Advocates. But it does stand for Foundation of Black Americans.
You know what, y'all said that last show.
It's okay. It's okay.
A Florida Boy Advocate.
No, because you know why I'm not going to do that? Because I don't want to confuse anybody with the FBA initials. I don't want to confuse anybody or grift off of the movement, because I support the movement enough to give it their own space and support wherever I can. You know what I'm saying? So, turn down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just checking because I got sound.
Understood.
Okay, good.
You hear me, Jada?
What's up? Oh, yo, Tay in the building. We got Tay in the building.
Oh, Tay in the building? Tay, I miss you, bro.
Tay, I'm going to call you back. I know you called me the other night.
No, you dog.
I was busy. I think we was busy on the same type of time, so I couldn't pick up right there. But I know you called from the show, and then, but you know, your boy.
I haven't been on my Twitter, Tay, so I ain't really seen your updates and stuff. You know, I like seeing Tay post stuff. Tay always come with disrespect. Somebody always from the past didn't fuck with Tay, and he done showed up on him, and now they need him to do some shit out in New Orleans, and I fuck with it. I love it.
Salute, Tay, man. And you know, I want to say salute to the FBAs in here, the Foundation of Black Americans. You straight on this?
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you said
yeah. I want to say, salute to the Foundation of Black Americans. I just got $5 cash out from US Network. I already know. I'm pretty sure that's my boy Melrose. Thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. You know what I'm saying? That's about 4 cheeseburgers I know we can get at goddamn McDonald's or a goddamn Burger King or some shit. That's about 4 soft shell tacos on everything. So we appreciate that, because I know I'm gonna definitely go ahead and get something after this episode for sure. We got some topics right now, man. We're going to talk about the FBAs, the Foundation of Black Americans, driving from South Carolina to Mexico for cosmetic surgery and got lined up. So we're going to talk about that. And I want us to have a bigger conversation about FBA accountability and holding our own accountable. But sometimes is that even an advantage, because you don't see any other group
already
hold themselves accountable when their own does wrong in certain facets. So that's a dual discussion. But we're also going to talk about us going into third world countries, us going into foreign lands, us having extortions, plotted on us, and not really being safe in certain places around the world. And should we be more conscious of that? Was this a situation where a tourist got caught wrong place, wrong time? Or is this more of a situation of niggas on some shiesty shit and it just didn't work out the way they thought it was going to work out? You know what I'm saying?
Such is life.
Yeah, we also got Bootsy is going at, not Bootsy, it was Charleston White is actually going at Lil Bootsy's son. We got that coming up. That's definitely going to be Charleston White is a gift that keeps on giving, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't stop with the content. They have a video out about black men getting candid about masculinity. I've seen a few clips about that. You know what I'm saying? We might get into that. Young Miami is on some bullshit. They had her on BMF, and I'm gonna be honest, bro. It was the most horrible performance on BMF, and it was so horrible. She
wasn't even that long.
She made Lil Meech look like Sidney Poitier. She had Lil Meech looking like Denzel Washington.
Oscar winning.
Nominated and winning. It was like, is she trolling? Like, this whole role just took me out of the show. And she also came out talking about all men are gonna cheat. She's single, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna spend too much time on that topic. But she's always in the news for doing contradictory things to what her music stands for. I want to have a conversation too about why do black comedians and black conscious rappers get more love from white audiences than black audiences?
That's a good question.
Why do other races enjoy black empowerment music more than black people? We also want to segue that into Shannon Sharp's comments about the black community and how we are now shamed in holding ourselves accountable when 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, the whole a foundation of black culture was holding each other accountable. Whether that's a random lady on the street, hey, don't you that boy? I know your mom. It's just where black men see each other in the streets. Remember back in the day, you see two black men walk past each other, they salute, or you know what I'm saying, it's a dap, it's a head nod, something like that.
The whole neighborhood look.
Now you can't even look a black man out without having a problem. Back in the day, white people thought every black person knew each other because every time random black people walked past each other, or it was just two strangers, it was a head nod, a dap, it was some type of acknowledgement from black man to black man. Now, right. I feel like that's being eroded because now being almost 30 years old, it's very rare that I do that with other black men. But growing up, I've seen my father's uncles and even me.
When I was a kid, that was a regular.
That was a regular.
I was head non grown ass men. They knew what it was.
And that compounded with the fact that we don't hold each other accountable, or it's looked at as hate, you got something to say. That's also, Shannon Sharp had a very good point when he brought that up. Also, my dog, the Rain Man, Shawn Kemp, letting it go on these whole ass niggas up there in Tacoma, Washington for playing with the pack, playing with the sack. They stole something. He had it tracked. He pulled out the gat. And it happened to these niggas, man. He went to jail. Apparently, he got out. I don't want nobody to talk Shawn Kemp some bum. He's out here stealing memorabilia because he's broke on some OJ shit. No, right. He is a multi-dispensary owner. A businessman, an entrepreneur.
Facts.
And we should give him his respect. And we should give him the benefit of the doubt before we judge him and try to paint him as most retired NBA players who went over the hill.
And no, he got a whole bunch of businesses down there in Seattle. I heard he doing his thing. He like the Michael Jordan
of Seattle.
Basically, that's great comparison.
And that's what I'm saying. And they say bro, real shit. He may have went out bad in the league, but he still, I guess redeemed himself and made him an honorable member of society. You can't get mad at
Shawn Kemp, yo.
So FBA ran down on in Mexico. We have an article coming up, but 2 dead, 1 injured, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. And a mammy survive. Ain't that the thing? Mammy always survive. Boy, Mammy is hard to kill like a motherfucker, boy. I tell you that much. Mammy,
Hard
I
to
thought
kill.
about making a superhero movie called Mammy.
Bro, that phrase hard to kill. That phrase hard to kill is so fucking funny in this context.
Yo, listen. And while we get and on some real shit,
That'd be hard to kill.
it's crazy that she was the only survivor, but it's not that crazy. It was also said that one of the guys, I guess, who passed away, they said that he didn't tell his girl where he was going or what they were doing when they went. And to me, that's a sign of you guys are probably going down there to participate in illegal activity. Because honestly, if you thought she was going down there to get a BBL, obviously, I don't know if you have looked at these people. I don't know if you looked at this woman and her age. I'm not saying a woman of a certain age shouldn't be getting cosmetic surgery, even though that the chances of mortality is higher with older women.
Facts.
I don't see why you're going to get a BBL, number one. I don't see why you're going to Mexico to get a BBL.
Especially in Mexico.
You're passing Miami and Atlanta and Los Angeles to go to Mexico to get a BBL. I don't believe that. On top of the fact that I don't know many women, unless they're going to go with their boyfriends, that are going to go to get a BBL surgery and they're not bringing their moms, sisters, or home.
Yeah, the homegirl. Exactly. Yes. The yes bitches.
And if he got and if one of the guys, and if I'm a guy and I know a girl who's going to get a BBL surgery and I'm in a relationship and she's asking me and like two of my homies, like, yo, let's come, you know what I'm saying? Like, Rob, let's like me, you, somebody,
hey,
like chicks like, oh, let's go. I'm gonna be like, no, John, why how come we not gonna go? Why are we gonna go to her BBL surgery? Like, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all two, there's enough hands for her.
Especially in Mexico?
Yeah, on top of that.
Florida, nigga, Atlanta up here, Miami down there.
They went down to buy drugs. They went down there to buy drugs.
The trap. We don't mean this to clean it up for the algorithm. They went down there trapping.
Drug deal gone bad.
Hey, somebody in the comments getting at you. They said, Robert, they said you look like the broke Akademiks. That's Alvo come for your neck.
Alvo, nigga. Don't make me call 911 and get you arrested.
Okay, we can call you Alvo. We can call ICE. Okay, you're talking to a vet.
I'll talk to your handler and he gonna get you together.
Okay, we'll cut off that whole Colombian landline you got over there hooked up to the cord. So
but they were killed now. I got the video of them getting killed now right here. If y'all want to see it.
Yeah, but it was crazy, man.
Did y'all see the video?
Yeah, but Sue the Alvo, you know what I'm saying? He's Alvo tapping it, you know what I'm saying? Well,
Alvo ain't say that. I just added a little spot.
No.
Alvo is consistent.
Alvo's consistent, and he y'all need to check out his podcast. Alvo just dropped another episode. I guess you can stream it on Spotify.
Oh, they threw them niggas in the back of a pickup truck?
Yeah, they threw them in the back. Yeah, what you thought they was gonna do?
I don't be into this. I already knew what happened.
They hard tied. That shit. Yeah.
Oh, Mammy look like she comfortable. Don't trust Mammy.
You think that you got like Mammy set it up, man?
Yeah, for real. Yo, damn, you got
Take Final Cut Pro.
all this shit.
Salute to Vonnie in the chat, man. Salute to Brooklyn Honcho, man. Brooklyn Honcho, stay tapping in. Salute to OB, man. Salute to Marshall in the building. Marshall in the building. Marshall and Tay. Yeah, man. Marshall and Tay in the building, man. That's what's up, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Real niggas.
Salute to Riri in the building. I want to, you know what I'm saying, give a couple shouts, man. Chris Edwards, salute. You know what I'm saying? D. Marley from Cali, salute. DD Jazz, salute. Like I said, man, my dog Melrose, salute. Man, I see you DJ in that party, my guy. You know, Cuzzo Zion in the building, salute, man. Who else in the building? Black Freeman, salute. You know, like I said, Alvo,
Marshall,
always, you know what I'm saying? We in the
here.
building. But yeah, man, on some
FBA,
real.
I thought FBA was tough. I thought FBA rolled with the choppers. We be all talking
Marshall.
about the niggas we run
Marshall.
down on. But the Mexicans just, it's no FBA that's finna ride down there to Mexico that's fucking
Salute
with the
Doc
cartel.
Focus. Yeah, nah, this might honestly,
I'm out of pocket.
it's not about we just listen, the only thing that's in this cup is some water. The only thing that happened was you're talking about why didn't FBA stand tall and do all that extra shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you're in Mexico and the cartel just ran down on you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
I'm not fucking with the cartel.
What
In
are you
Mexico.
talking about?
In Mexico?
What are you talking about, J-Dub?
No.
I'm trying to see what do the FBA got that
What
can
are you
fuck with the
supposed to do?
cartel.
What do you mean? What do you mean? This, It's
In
not
Mexico?
You know, not me. You're saying are you saying that those niggas should have fought against or put up a fight?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'm not saying
you ever been to
that.
Mexico?
No, hell no.
Mexico is terrifying. I've been twice. Mexico is terrifying. Even
What you went down there for?
Fun, to party.
Why would you go down there to party?
Matter of fact, let me just tell y'all real quick.
Somebody told me they had some good strip clubs down there though. They do?
There's a strip club called Hong Kong. If you ever in Mexico, Tijuana, slide to that thing. When I tell you the ugliest girl in there is probably an 8.5, bruh.
And they fucking?
It's a good club, all right? It's a good club. That's all I'm going to say. It's a good club.
I haven't been yet, so I don't want y'all thinking I'll be out.
Yeah, I ain't been and I ain't going now.
Huh?
I know that for a fact. I haven't been and I'm not going.
Hong Kong, Tijuana. You get through. It's not that bad.
Make sure you guys hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Salute Jamel in the building.
Share,
you know, like, share, and subscribe. You know, listen, this is all I'm saying that you go to Mexico, the police don't have no pull over there. The military ain't got no pull over there. So what you think your black ass about to do over there, nigga? You ain't no John Claude Van Damme, nigga. You ain't no Equalizer, motherfucker. What you think you about to go do?
Hey, there's niggas in the Navy still over there right now.
You ain't no Mayweather. They gonna hit you with a batter gun, bust your back to the back of your head to the white meat show. You're gonna pass out, shit yourself because you're scared. Next you know, you're gonna wake up in a pig farm, tied up, ready to be executed.
You're right, Tay. Do not go down to Mexico by yourself.
You know why we
Stop
can't
acting
never
like
go with a group of some Spanish-speaking people.
Is supposed to call in the spirit of Ogun and fight off the Mexicans.
Hell no.
This what the thing about it is. Black people, we gotta start traveling, like doing stuff that makes sense. One girl and 3 dudes, that just don't make sense. So we don't know what y'all doing. Usually, if a white person get fucked up in the game, it's a white couple hiking or some bullshit. It makes sense. Maybe he killed his wife and killed himself. We could figure some shit out. But we can't ever do. Black people always doing something that just don't make no damn sense. So we can't figure this shit out.
We don't do it correctly.
I don't know what we doing because we talk about
right.
We going to get a surgery. What surgery?
Yo,
and why it take 3 people to go get one surgery?
I would not get no surgery.
But it don't make sense for them to really be trapping because how they finna get the work back to America? Like, if the borders that like lax to where these niggas feel like, yo, I can bring a brick back over. Bro, they were gonna let the mammy put it up in that big wide.
Most likely they smoke
that polluted womb.
Listen, if you think if they got to that point. If you think that they were trafficking drugs allegedly, if they're to the point where they're going to Mexico to do it, do you think the consequences of coming back in the States with it on matters to them?
Oh, but how are they going to get it over here?
It was Shorty's second round of surgery, according to the mom.
According to the mom,
you'll get the whole burrito.
But why we
Shakiri moderating the chat? She's sniping. So if you in the chat and you find yourself outside of the show, DM me and we can get you. We can figure that out on the back end.
I can't figure that out, dog. It just don't make no sense. It sounds like it was trapping going wrong, but if they had the money, I don't see why they would kill them unless they start doing that niggle wiggle. I don't get it.
Yo. Mexico's a lost land.
Hey, and then the Mexicans did come out and apologize.
I said I didn't believe that because I was just telling him before the show. I think the cartel may be just trying to get. It was funny
because they had a statement.
Some of their people in prison.
They had an actual statement written up. I don't think the cartel they classy, but they not that classy.
Yeah, the cartel don't give a fuck about.
Cartel ain't write no note.
Yeah,
no,
at least not typing one up with a memorandum. That was a memorandum.
You know why they probably did?
That was a memorandum.
You know why that cartel did though? Because they probably got a call from the higher up and was like, y'all didn't kill anybody that was supposed to be killed. Not only did you guys kill unnecessary, we don't really care at this point about unnecessary deaths, but you are making the block hot.
They did say innocence though.
They apologize, but listen, the problem that the Mexican people probably had was that anything else in the hood or whatever, you made the block hot. It doesn't matter if you beat somebody, if you killed, but you killed an American, couple of Americans over here. We are right on the border of America. If this happened overseas or somewhere or some shit, you might be getting fucked around and get bombed on, or there might be a situation, right? Yes. But we're in Mexico. We're sitting right there. Even if they don't bomb us, they're going to make the block hot. No dope can get moved as much as we moving dope. They're gonna probably be trying to arrest niggas. It's gonna be just a lot more headaches because we just killed some Americans and whatever business dealing we got behind closed doors, and now we're gonna get penalized. And the higher ups in Mexico, whether it's a cartel or government, to me, who do business with America, now they probably have to pay certain taxes or have certain restrictions in the back end of business because of this killing, and they sent the word down to the cartels like, you motherfuckers killed the wrong people. Now our money's tight, and you guys better give yourselves up, make an apology letter, and we're gonna kill some of you niggas, because not only did you just kill some citizens, like I said before, we don't really care, but you killed Americans, which is now a public light on us, and it's gonna affect our tourism, which then gonna affect our economy. So this unnecessary killing is giving more compounding consequences than anything you can ever do. On top of the fact that this wasn't the cartel. Like we think cartels are all the same. Cartels is just the like code word for gang. So that's like the 9 Trey Bloods killing the motherfucker. Oh, the neighborhood Crips killed a nigga. Oh, the 70. Oh, the 40. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, Hoover. Oh, they killed the nigga. Oh, damn.
Tariq Nasheed put something on the table. He said it might be some organ harvesting type of time going on to where they kidnapped the people, took their organs, and sold them on the black market.
I mean, black market was supposed to happen. It'd be in Mexico, so
yeah, because that's where everybody go get their black market cheap surgeries.
Border, you just do it in the place where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Got a good nigga liver
right on the block. That shit makes sense to me.
Listen, man. My main point is like, and on also what Shakiri just said. Summer's coming up, and Mexico still want to benefit from the American dollars for the travelers. The only reason why they apologize, which is a beautiful reason, because now a lot of niggas are like, I ain't gonna go to Mexico, this and that. But I ain't gonna lie, I did see some people on like a boat today in Mexico, some niggas from Jacksonville, and boy, did that boat look turn.
They be out there.
I am not gonna lie, it was nothing but
Mexico when done right is lit, yo.
And
Mexico when done right is lit.
Niggas don't care about being in no dangerous environment. Niggas be in the hood, just chilling on the porch, knowing they got beef with niggas. Niggas don't mind having their life in danger. So they know if niggas like, yo.
And Marshall, you not too far away. On the West Coast,
LA,
Tijuana had the highest homicide rate in the world. Yeah, they probably got some.
Y'all talk about going down there, getting some strippers. Y'all be out here.
Yo, the only place I'll probably do, allegedly, would probably be South America.
Look, when I went down there,
once I get away from the United States, yeah, like if I went to like Mexico below, you might be safe doing some cocaine.
I'm be honest with you, bro. I ain't leaving this white man. I'm staying right on over here.
Is your mic on?
Yes, man. I'm just staying right here where I know I'm safe and I can get some justice, somewhat justice when I go around. I don't want to go away. I don't know how to speak none of them languages. I may go to Africa though. I am going to Africa.
Why you going to Africa? Why you say you ain't gonna leave this white man, and then the next thing you say you're gonna go to Africa?
I'm just joking, but I am going.
I know you're joking. What you go to Africa for?
Cause Africa got some fine ass women, shit, and I'm gonna go somewhere where I'm gonna blend in. You know what I mean? In Africa, I'm gonna blend in.
I feel that.
I'm not gonna stand out, especially my black ass. I'm gonna blend in. I'm just joking, John Kerry. Yeah. We wilding out this Saturday night. But I'm not going nowhere where the white man don't got a hand in the situation. White man hand is in Africa. I may go to Europe. You know what I mean? Where I can talk some. I ain't going nowhere where I can't make sense. In Mexico, ain't none of this nigga babble gonna make sense. I'm mush mouth, and then I'm over there in Mexico. I'm like, nah.
I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you now.
I ain't taking that risk.
I don't agree, but I understand.
Yeah, listen, man.
Where you going? You going to a South? Where you going?
Why does the LA?
His ass going to Brazil.
I've been to Tijuana. I've been to Tijuana, nigga.
Tijuana, man, that's like saying I went to St. Augustine. I live in Jacksonville.
I will say American
that was Mexico
on the whole
border.
continent.
Did I not have to go across the border?
No G card. You ain't that.
Did I not go across the border?
Nigga said
I still went to fucking. I was in Mexico.
Hey, nigga said I went swimming and sat on the steps.
I go to the Bahamas too.
Nigga, that was middle of the pool. That was middle of the pool. Ain't no reason. Why would I go out any farther anyways? You see what the cartel doing?
That's what I'm saying. You.
I'm going right where the strip club is. I stop right there. Came right back across that border.
Hey, listen, Brazil. I would definitely love to go to Brazil. I'd definitely love to go to Brazil.
I definitely want,
Brazil got your boy out of there, didn't they?
Wilding too, though.
That nigga Austin Harleman. Where was he at? He was in Brazil, wasn't he?
Brazil be wilding too.
Yeah, but see, them niggas be on the passport bro time.
Favelas, they be lighting people up in the favelas.
Yeah, they be on passport bro time. I'm in Brazil time.
Yeah.
It's different, bro. Like, that's why then when we had the passport bro conversation earlier, I'm like, yo, it's different when you can just pick up women wherever you go versus you going out and trying to spend money on pursuing a native from that land and making her like your girlfriend and hopefully getting her a green card, or you're trying to put money down on her books and that's your little girlfriend over there. Like, nah, nigga, you can just go over there and just, bro, you're in Brazil, bro. Go to the beach. Bro.
Every black man in America should just go to Africa and get an African woman pregnant.
I think every
black man should go over there in America.
Yeah, you know what? That I would see that, but my problem with that is
you ain't gotta worry about child support either.
Yeah.
Are we taking care of these kids?
Niggas don't even take care of their kids in America.
That's what I'm saying. And so we just gonna do it on another continent?
Hey man, you can take care of a kid for 25 cents allegedly in Africa, bro.
Hey,
you ain't got 25 cents?
You know where I also want to go?
No. This nigga told us 25 cents.
I know, bro, that's what they say.
Because you're going on a European trip, right?
Yeah.
I want to go on a European trip because I heard I heard the food's trash, right? But fuck the food.
Yeah, food a little bit.
I'm going to McDonald's. If you got McDonald's, but I don't even know what the fuck their food even tastes different because they don't have the genetically modified stuff.
I heard
that
McDonald's over there is better.
That might be
That's
bad.
what I seen though.
Yo, if I
don't know for sure.
But
I'm gonna get some McDonald's while I'm over in London. I'm gonna get some
Facts.
McDonald's or London and Paris.
I want to go to Europe. I want to see the people in Europe. I want to go to Spain. I want to go to Portugal.
I want to go to Spain too.
Go to Europe, you got to get some beef
Bali
Wellington.
Too. Bali's spot to go to.
The food is trash in Europe. That's what Lord Well said. Yeah. Also, I really want to hit a couple of Asian spots. Like, I want to go to Cambodia. I want to go to
Bali.
I want to go to Bali. I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to.
I wouldn't mind going to Europe either because you're gonna blend in Europe. And I feel like if you go to like an Asian country like Taiwan or somewhere like that, Singapore, somewhere like that, where they don't really, they just
Singapore place. Singapore,
you can chill.
Singapore
Mexico,
crazy.
Not right now. Nigga trying to move.
Honestly, keep going. My bad.
Nigga trying to move that dope in Mexico, man. Nigga trying to get that shit across the border, and then you got the young nigga culture too. All this running off on the plug. Y'all nigga got the plug extra tense.
Yeah.
So the plug ain't bullshitting. You flinch wrong. You goddamn missing $1. He fucking around and miscount. Cause his home supply.
I really want to just what I love about the chat right now. Everybody's talking about how they want to go like Tokyo. They want to go to Japan, South Korea. And honestly, I think on some real shit, as black people, I think the only place that we can go where there's not us, that we get some type of celebratory appreciation and unique look from people at is in Asian countries. Cause anytime I seen niggas go to Asian countries, they be mistaking these motherfuckers for every rapper and athlete.
True. It's also even if you not disrespecting there too, though.
But they know. I'm gonna keep it buck. I seen them do blackface. No, I seen them do blackface, and it's very anti-Asian, anti-black Asian rhetoric and their shit. And they do have a caste system. They do treat people. They're just as racist as everybody else. But my point is this. I never heard of niggas going to Asian countries and getting killed and they neck cut. And
well, yeah, true.
That's all I'm saying. And then most of the stories I hear is like, bro, you like, oh, you went over there? It's like, yeah, everything was chill.
Most Asian people generally not violent though.
Not only that.
That too.
Singapore has the lowest crime rate in the world. Like nothing happens in Singapore. Somebody left a laptop at a diner for like 5 hours and nobody fucking touched it.
You know why that is though?
Because they bust your ass, you do some crime.
Yes, and in those countries, they don't sell you all them dreams, or you can get rich, or you can rob a motherfucker.
But they're homeless. But their homeless population is low, and their economy is high.
Nigga, Advo said, which African countries smell the best?
We're not on Africa right now. We're all the way in Asia. My point is this. I want to go to a Singapore and see how their environment and how their, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to go there one day too.
Is constructed and being somewhere where the crime rate is zero and understanding the perspective and the mindset of the citizen, of the local citizen and their mental state of comfortability and not have to worry about crime. I want to go to Tokyo and see how do they live in these small, compact places. Oh, look at all the vintage shit I can get that's in Japanese. It's dope. Like I drive a Japanese automobile. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I will say, especially apart our generation of young black kids and young men and women that since the internet and all these things, we took such an appreciation for like anime and Asian culture, and as well as they have from black culture, we see a lot of them breakdancing, rapping, and kind of cosplaying. And sometimes we be like, oh damn, they cosplaying, they doing this. Or you look at what's that one group with all the Asian niggas be dancing, BTS. Yeah, all them BTS ass niggas, you know what I'm saying?
No,
hey,
she brought it up with Shakira, but was Shakira?
They be fetishized. But
she brought it up, yeah.
But Shakira, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I say it's not that, because Shakira, especially because you're younger than me, you know how many black anime kids there are. When we went to school, many Naruto, One Piece ass, Dragon Ball Z. Like I was a Dragon Ball Z. Like I know
Toonami.
I know from my generation forward, right? My generation forward, you probably say like a couple 89, 88, but like our generation type shit, whereas like the first who really took all that Japanese anime shit in, Voltron, all that shit. We took that shit in forefront, and we identified with that a lot before the Sailor Moons, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Zoids.
But it's like all that type of culture. We identified with that before anything. Like we grew up on that. So now you see all these kids, all these black people who do like the cosplay or go to Comic-Con and do the dress up stuff and everything. And people be like, oh, those are the weird blacks. And it's like, no, y'all don't understand. Like we are just entrenched as in Asian culture, some of us, as there is an Asian demographic that is entrenched in black American culture.
Yeah, heavy.
So I can't sit here and be like, nah, Asians steal what we got going on. It's like, you know how many niggas I know with Chinese, Japanese fucking,
that's true.
Tattoos,
that's true.
Like I said, the way they move and everything. And low key is like the Asians and black community sometimes, like we have so much that we take from each other gracefully and intercorrelate that some of the shit looks the same. No, but it's a good word. But it's like when I look at it, it's like a lot of the Asian and black cultures have been shared for so long that we share a lot of the same traditions. And when I say I'm talking at our generation. Like I've been with girls where we're chilling. We, she fly, we put on some anime.
There's plenty of Blasian kids out here too.
Right. It's plenty of but it's like we put on some anime. We'll just put on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we both know the whole show, and she's black, I'm black, and we know the whole anime series. You know what I'm saying? We're talking Death Note. We're talking about it. We're breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And there's no Asian in the room. But me and her are just going back and forth on how much anime you really know. You see what I'm saying? True. Just like it may be two Asians somewhere over there on the other side of the world, they playing hip hop records and seeing how they English it. Oh, damn, she can rap this, or I can rap this. And that's how they bond over black American culture. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I never want to, as a FBA, as a foundational black American, I think we need to do more of highlighting when we do have shared cultures with other people, and understanding our power globally is celebrating other people around the world who take to our culture, and in turn we take to their culture, and we have a celebratory, affectionate relationship with sharing each other's dialects, cultures, and lifestyles. It's kind of like, you come over bearing gifts. Hey, I have hip hop, I have dance, I have fashion, I have kung fu, I have anime, I have art. You know what I'm saying? Kanye working with Tekashi so I forgot his name, but the guy who did the cover for Graduation with the bear coming out of the school and all the fucking colors and everything.
Right.
And it was symbolizing to the music he made. But when you see, like I said, that type of relationship in unison to create art or create something dope, Pharrell working with Nigo, you know what I'm saying? The Neptunes are just certain type of relationships where those have been cultivated. So to come all the way back to the point, I want to just say this. Niggas need to stop going to certain third world countries where the cartels and the flags of corruption are over the government and the police force in itself.
Specifically the
Number
cartels.
one. Number two, understand as a black American, you might go to places and get extorted. So stop trying to go to these places like you're going to Las Vegas or Los Angeles or LA. You're going to a third world country. The way I'm dressed right now, I would put my shades My Kango hat, my chain, and my watch, and my motherfucking I wouldn't even bring that on a trip. I would look as
Bare
poor.
minimum.
I would look as poor as I'm looking as if I'm from
Bare
where
minimum.
I'm from. Literally, if J Doug said it earlier, if I'm going to Africa, I'm buying 4 African outfits and I'm dressing just like them niggas. I'm buying 4 dashikis and 3 kufis and 2 pairs of sandals.
Damn, 2.
And I'm outside. You won't know who's who.
But 2.
I'm going to look like the citizens. I'm not going to walk around the Dominican Republic like this. Nigga, that's a lick. If I'm not on a resort, you ain't going to see me with this on. You ain't going to see me with this drip. I ain't putting that shit on. You think I'm about to go to Brazil? Now, if we're in Rio de Janeiro and niggas putting that shit on, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, it's the fine. And I feel like this.
I don't trust that in Brazil.
But I feel like this, though. Even in Dominican Republic, Brazil, I feel like it is a lot of places in South Central America where it is the capital. People have Lambos. People have cars. Niggas got money. Niggas is flexing. Where there is a drug dealers and the entrepreneurs, the businessmen. Right. It's a place of influence in this country. Niggas got money. And you can go there and put your shit on. And because you're American, you sit with the highest up of everybody. And you American. So I feel like instead of trying to go to certain slums and you need to, be in them type of rooms. And I feel like, oh damn, good thing the lid on that water wasn't open. But I feel like if you're Black American, those are the type of places you might want to go to. Go to the highest affluent areas where your dollar times the local dollar by 3, 4, 8, 28% or 28 times. And you can get the VIP in Rio de Janeiro at the top Sky Club where all the athletes and the bitches be at. Or Bali. And when the hoes see you got the VIP, and the hoes you got the VIP in the popping club, they like, oh shit, we over here. And it's like, oh well, if he ain't got no real money, it's like, yo, he's over here in the first. A lot of y'all don't understand. If you travel because you over there, you're not from there, is half of the fucking battle.
That really is.
Once they find out you're not from wherever you're partying at, whatever city, town, or state. They fucking with you because you over here.
Pretty much.
You spent the bag, so you got it. You fun for the time. So Americans, stop going to goddamn Mexico. And even if that was her second time going to Mexico, you get what you pay for. I gotta get some goddamn some catalytic converters and fucking test pipes, right? Am I gonna spend $100, $20 on them? No, I'm gonna spend about $500 on them. Why? Because you get what the fuck you pay for. Why are you going down there to get a BBL in Mexico when you get a BBL in Miami? When you get a BBL in Atlanta? You get a BBL in Las Vegas. You know why? Because you want to go the cheap route. You want to go the cheap route, and you think you can get a deal over here in Mexico. Now that hemmed your ass up and deleted 3 of your homeboys off this app called Earth.
Well, 2 of them died. I think the other one lived too. Well, like I say, man, salute to Mammy. Mammy could go wherever she want. Mammy done survived the cartel, my nigga. It's like Mammy damn near invincible. Mammy need her own army, navy. Salute.
Listen, I'm not gonna call the government to do anything against Mexico. All I'm gonna say is Black people need to understand that
that's like the 4th. That's like, I think 4 Black people died in Mexico on that carbon monoxide little deal a couple months ago.
Yeah. Or I don't know if it was Mexico, but I know it was
that was Mexico.
Hispanic.
Yeah, Mexico. And Chameleon say she was robbed down there.
Yeah, I seen that.
And
I can see that.
Shakira. I don't know that got nothing to do with the Mexico, but Shakira. Know what her name was? Shakira Richardson. No.
It should.
Shakari. Man, there's so many of them.
Shakari Richardson. Yeah.
Whoever one of them girls that friends beat her down up there in Mexico, but it's just the spirit.
Oh no, that's the runner. That ain't Shakari Richardson.
I know you're talking about.
I know you're talking about, but I don't.
She's still trying to get justice, and they trying. Those people who put them hands on her, they back in America chilling. And Mexico ain't even.
I ain't even heard niggas even run down on them. Like
FBA, FBA ain't gonna do shit.
But what I'm saying is, they came back to America, right?
All FBA like do is talk behind niggas back.
But answer right, they came back to America. They did their thing, right?
They went back to work. Yeah.
And nobody put hands on them.
That's the Cabo 6.
And they're still living.
Yes.
Yeah, niggas need to take care of that.
What was the girl name with the Cabo 6?
I
I
know-
don't want to get her name wrong.
Shanquilla.
Yeah, Shanquilla. Yeah, Shanquilla.
And before we continue with the next topic, I want to ask you guys a question. Listen, Aaron, Aaron, the patriarchy strikes back. You know what I'm saying? Go follow his channel. He called me yesterday and he really convinced me to get these sneakers. Because he was telling me how they're like a big, really a big shoe in the sneakerhead community and the Jordan community. He was like, "This is a must cop. You got to keep him." Aaron's a big sneaker. He's just as big as me. He was like, "Yo, you need to really cop these. Like, you're slipping if you don't cop them. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what do you mean you telling me you're gonna sleep on them?" So I hit up my people and I made sure I copped a pair because you know what I'm saying, I'm him. So anything that drops, I'm pretty much gonna cop. And I'm gonna show you guys these shoes, and I'm gonna just real quick. And if you guys really think I should start doing sneaker reviews, let me know, because he was even stressing me, and a few people were like, "You should start doing sneaker reviews," because I have certain sneakers that don't even have reviews on YouTube, and they will probably do a lot of views. Really so I'm gonna just show you guys this shoe really quick. It came out. I'm really on some 1980s vibe. I got a red Kango on some LL Cool J shit with shades. I look like a nigga in Harlem right now. You see the Nike Air on these. These are the white cement 3s, reimagined Air Jordan retro shoe. They dropped, I want to say a few years ago. I want to say maybe 2017, 16. They had like a red free throw line thing at the bottom for like the free throw when he jumped and stuff. And they had the Nike Air on the back, the original 88s. Matter of fact, I think this was the first shoe to get the Nike Air treatment since the originals. I think, and that came out maybe 2014, 2015. And that was the start of them throwing the Nike Air on the back of the Air Jordans again and starting to retro the whole thing. And their whole reimagined thing with the box, they want to look a little older. And what Nike kind of did also was kind of steal from a lot of the customizers and creators who used to, there's this whole thing, people like the shoe to look aged and retroed. So what they would do would put like bake, tea bags and, what I'm saying, submerge the shoe and submerge certain parts or paint certain things a little tan or off-white or sail color to give it a more aged retro look. And instead of Nike, kind of like paying those people to be designers and creators of their, company, no. But what I'm saying is they would take what they seen online. So that's why you see the Nike Air. You probably can't see it because of the lighting, but the Nike Air is like a tan off-white sail color. The ends right here, the midsole is a tan sail off-white color, even the bottom, but it's more of an aged look. Even the cut of the shoe is more of a 1994 cut than an actual 88 or more of a retro modern day cut of the shoe. Like I said, it has a Nike Air, the red insole with the black Nike Air on the inside, even if we did a close-up. One thing about it, though, I had to get a size up because in 3s, 4s, and 5s, it's a very puffy inside of a shoe. So low key, I have to get a size up. I have a pretty big foot. So I got 11 and a half of these because on the 2018 black cements that I have that I should have pulled out, I had to get 11 and a half and they fit perfect. On the 11s, not 11s, but on the 4s, I have to get a size 11 and a half most of the time. Or 11 can fit. These, I got 11 and a half because I thought that the cushion in these were going to be fat and going to be, thick like it usually is. Not only did they take the cushioning out of the tongue, which is one of the biggest parts of the 4s, 5s, the 3s, 4s, and 5s, they took the cushioning out of the tongue. They also took the cushioning out of the ankle part. So I think the shoe might be a little too big. So I might have to get a size swap. But personally, like I said, they took all the ankle support out of it, which I don't necessarily like. I feel like it should have been way more ankle support because that's what we traditionally know as a 3 model. All in all, I did see some people with quality control issues come out, but this pair luckily did not have any quality control issues. It's a nice pair of 3s. A Grail pair, a must cop. If you're an OG collector, which I am, which is why Aaron called me and said, what the fuck are you doing? You're stupid. Go buy the shoe tomorrow. And I'm like, all right.
Somebody say they got them for 160.
Who said they got them for 160?
P. Grizzly.
Bro, respect if you ain't got them, but 200 got in, we got them. Oh yeah. No, I feel what he's saying is when he got the 88.
Oh, when he brought them back in the day. Well, that ain't too much of markup.
Nah, I feel you. But also you kind of got to understand this too. When it comes to sneakers, and a lot of us didn't like when these came out. In 88, we weren't alive. When they retroed in 94, we were 1, 2, 3 years old. So we didn't get these. And then when they came out again with the Nike 8, or not with the Jumpman on the back, that's cool and all. but y'all old niggas told us that wasn't the real one. If they don't have the Nike Air on the back, we believed you. So when the Nike Air 88s came out back in 2014, 2015, and that was like the first Air Jordan for like $200. That was a retro. We all seen it coming. They were going to start re-retro on the old shoes, throwing the Nike Air on the back and charging $200. And lo and behold, this is the day we're at. These cost me $225 and I think 75 cents, right? So saying that, this was the first mass release of the Air Jordan 3 Nike Air on the back that people were able to get, even my generation included, because the 88s that came out back in 2015, not everybody was able to get them. The free throw line that had them right here, not everybody was able to get them. They've been retroed a few times. They're very limited. This was the first general release of this shoe. And people had to grab them. Like I said, I got the black cements. I didn't think this was a must grab for me personally, but now looking back on it, I think I'm going to be happy I grabbed this shoe. I'm probably going to go to one of my local sneaker shops this week and do a size swap to get a size 11 and call it a day. If I had to give this on a scale to 1 to 10, I would give this sneaker a 10 in being an iconic shoe, you know what I'm saying, being a must cop. As far as, hype, I'll give it like a 8. And as far as just like a shoe in person, my personal opinion, I'm gonna give it like a solid 8. I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
Bruh, you definitely need to do some goddamn sneaker reviews.
Alvo in there talking fly nigga talk about.
I mean, Alvo, listen, Alvo running around here in Skechers. Alvo ain't never had two. Alvo never heels in it. With the real Alvo rolling in the heels. He got heels that light up when you roll on the heel. Like Alvo never had no fly jiggy sneakers. Jumping downstairs trying to get them light up. Alvo never. This might be a Black American thing. I don't know. Alvo never woke up Saturday morning. And my bad. See, most of the masses of you wake up Saturday morning and hope you hit on a raffle or got to run down on somebody to get the shoe. Niggas ain't woke up Saturday morning before and been like, wow, I'm about to get 7 of these. I'm about to get 12 of these today and sell them. I've been doing this shit to the point where this is sneaker of the year. Everybody's going crazy taking L's. I hit up my motherfucker at 1 a.m. this morning. Y'all got them? Yeah, pull up after 12. Just pick them up whenever.
That's how you know a nigga lying though, because they always say something to scream. I had those like 6 times.
No, the only person I want to listen to when they talk about this is like I said, P Grizzly. He knows, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he knows, like I'm gonna read it out. FBJ speaking facts, Nike hating on the customers, sneaker guys, like Chef be crazy work on his J's. Yes, FBJ just yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do sneaker reviews, but like you said, like we just said, it was a lot of people who did customized sneakers and gave them an aged more, look, and people used to send their shoes to customizers, and a lot of people would take this same fucking shoe, dip it in a fucking bucket of hot tea, right? Literally, it's niggas will brew tea, hot tea, pour it in a big ass bucket, drop the shoe in there, put 2 bricks over the shoe, that bitch sitting there for a couple minutes, pull it out. This whole shoe has an off-white sail look, and it looks retro. Nike looked at that, instead of paying creators to do so, or trying to have some type of program, they were like, you know what we're gonna do? These dumbass people want a retro shoe, but now they want the retro shoe to look like it came out in 1994. So we're gonna make your shoe look old for you, and then tax you more than the original shoe cost back in the day.
But that's what I'm saying. That was the internet. So bad about the internet.
And here I am,
because we don't make deals before we put our ideas out there first.
And know what's sad part? Here my black ass am Saturday morning once again fall into the matrix, buying back into the propaganda, buying into the bullshit, and spending my hard-earned black dollar on Nike products and Michael Jeffrey Jordan after they just shitted on Kyrie Irving and shitted on Kaepernick and not Kyrie, but other motherfuckers. And after they just shitted on niggas publicly, here I am spending my black dollar on the good Nike Air. Somebody take my FBA card. Once again, next topic, J-Dub. So I'm over here rocking an 88 shoe with a Kango. They thought I was LL with dreads today. Next topic, man. Let me go ahead and grab my phone before I crash out off this good water we drinking.
Delicious water.
Hey, Shakir, we love capitalism. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. What size is that? This is size 11 and a half. I wear 11 and a half on certain shoes. Yeezys, especially, I wear 11 and a half on Yeezys. Certain dunks I wear 10.5, and in I want to say 6s and 7s because I have the Hirachi technology cut where it's like a sock within the shoe. I can wear 10.5. On 3s, 4s, and 5s, I usually have to get a size 11 to 11.5 because of how fat the tongue and the ankle cushion traditionally is. Now they took all that away, and I might have to get a size swap, get to size 11. But yes, I do have a very big foot.
Goddamn Steve Jobs or goddamn sneakers.
Hey man, it is what it is. Like I said, so I'm gonna start doing sneaker reviews because obviously
socks in the shoe. I didn't know they had that.
So obviously I'm gonna start doing sneaker reviews because I got tons of sneakers and I got sneakers that don't even have reviews on. You know what I'm saying? I got some heat on right now before we go to the next topic. You know what I'm saying? The two pays 4s. You know what I'm saying? These cost about good $400 right now if you want a dead stock pair. You know what I'm saying? I think I spent like $395 on mine about like 10 months after they came out. Dope colorway. It's like a Travis Scott second place shoe because the brown Travis Scott's never dropped. So this is cool. Next topic though, let's get to the Rain Man. We need Casamigos FA. Hey, listen. Hold on. Hey, let me get the full camera on before we get on the Rain Man.
Oh no.
Because he just said we need the Casamigos FBJ. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, because tomorrow's Sunday. I've been lying to you. All. We're not drinking water. We back on the bullshit.
Oh shit.
We're back on the bullshit.
I was pretty sure they
we've been Casamigos. We've been on the Casamigos floor. And then we got the gold. So you know
he goes too strong for me, man. I gonna have a little bit of that Casamigos.
Nigga J Dub crashing. Hey, nigga J Dub swerving off the bourbon already. Hey, J Dub swerving off the bourbon already, man. Listen.
He said he did a second.
Florida boy J. Hey, salute to Ethan Hill. I think this is my fourth cousin. Ethan Hill, fourth cousin twice removed. Says FB Florida boy J. Should Tiger become a passport, bro? Tiger Woods, I think he should keep getting extorted by white women. I love the fact that white women have been extorting this nigga for almost 20 years now, and it warms my black heart. Pretty much 15 years.
You got that much money. You've been married already. Why you gotta have a girlfriend, bro? You should be poking these
And thank you for the $1.99. Hold on, thank you for the $1.99 because when I worked at McDonald's, McChickens were $1.07 after tax, and now them hoes $2.46. How did the McChicken jump up $1?
The good old
and
days.
39 cents.
Hey,
Tay. Migos flowing. And I see your hair, man. I see you, man. Tay, we outside, man.
I love you, bro.
Hey, Tay, I'm going to say this, too. Me and my dog, Slim to God, I'm about to see him in Atlanta next week. He don't even know. I'm just saying I'm going to see him. He don't even know I ain't hit him up yet, but I'm definitely going to pull up on him. We think we might have a planned trip to New Orleans soon because he's from down there of Louisiana.
When is this?
I don't know when, but Slim was like, we need to take a trip. And I'm like, well, let's go to New Orleans. I got people there. He's like, nigga, I'm from Louisiana. Shit, I'm going to fly. I'm not driving to New Orleans.
I had a straight time to drive. I was by myself, but driving to New Orleans wasn't that bad.
So, yeah, we're definitely coming to New Orleans. Me, you, and Slim to God. It's definitely going to be on fly nigga time.
I got to come back to New Orleans, too.
We are on Casamigos, so this is Casamigos FBJ. Salute Robert. He's here, you know what I'm saying, on the mic. Let's roll this not Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp and Shawn Kemp look the same. I'm sorry. They're both very...
Damn, they do a little bit.
Yeah. I got you.
Damn.
Yeah, that Casamigos over here giving J Dub wheel kicks. Eye jammies. Praise Jesus. So, Shawn Kemp. Before we even read another cash, hey, Gerard Andreas $4 for Tiger Woods a trick. Thank you for the $4, man. I'm telling you, we about to, hey man, listen, I might strip club. Y'all keep sending money. I'm gonna throw these things at goddamn McDonald's drive-thru. That's what I'm about to start doing. But listen, we got your boy. Shawn Kemp was tracking something stolen from his car yesterday when he approached the vehicle that stole his property and shots were fired at him. So he allegedly fired back in self-defense. Shawn Kemp, right. Salute to Shawn Kemp for busting his guns. Personally, he said that something was stolen from him. I don't know if it was weed from his dispensary. I don't know if it was old memorabilia, but allegedly people stole items from him. He went and shot back. They did apprehend him, but last time I checked, I'm going to do some research now as we're live to verify and give you an update. But last time I checked, Shawn Kemp was okay, he is not. He was released on. Yeah, exactly. He was released on bond, and he did his thing. He ran down on niggas, and I
guess they stole something out of his car. I guess it was the phone and some other shit. And that's how he picked him up because he did his 5 mile foul. Somebody else thinks that shit's bullshit, but we ain't on.
No charges are immediately being filed against former NBA star, All-Star
Now
Shawn
that doesn't
Kemp.
mean he can't get charged. It's just right now they're dismissing it right now.
Yep. Following his arrest in a drive-by.
Hopefully he good.
You want to read it?
Go ahead.
Hopefully, following his arrest in a drive-by shooting in Washington, prosecutors said Thursday, Kemp, 53, was booked for an investigation on felony drive-by shooting shortly before 6 p.m. local time Wednesday in Tacoma, Washington, right outside of Seattle. People, if you've ever been there, online jail records show that no one was injured during the shooting. Spokesperson said that in an email statement Thursday afternoon that no charges were immediately being filed against Kemp and that he was released from jail pending further investigation. Tacoma police said an altercation between occupants of 2 vehicles near the Tacoma Mall led to shots being fired Wednesday afternoon. No injuries were reported, and one of the cars fled the scene, according to a release from the police department on social media. A gun was recovered. Kemp's attorney, Scott Boatman, said in a statement to ESPN's Adam Wojnarowski on Thursday that Kemp's car was broken into and that numerous items, including an iPhone, were stolen. Kemp tracked his iPhone to an occupied car and was shot at when he approached the vehicle. Kemp then returned fire in self-defense. Kemp, who has 2 licensed cannabis stores in Seattle, was a 6-time NBA All-Star and played for the Seattle Supersonics from 89 to 97. So, as I'm reading this, salute to Shawn Kemp, salute to the Rain Man. I personally would love to buy a Shawn Kemp jersey with the old Reeboks, the black and white ones.
I definitely want a GP jersey.
Shawn Kemp is definitely a beacon of his community. He's defended his property. He tracked it down. Niggas shot at him. He shot back. Salute to Shawn Kemp for being a real nigga in Seattle. Niggas thought he got caught slipping. He said, I ain't slipping if you even I'm on the side of a swimming pool. And he did his thing. And I think we should salute Shawn Kemp for standing up and, even if he didn't get his property back, he let niggas know what time it is. Right. He got released from jail, and it is what it is. Salute to Shawn Kemp. We can't be out here thinking he was fighting over crack. I know what niggas is trying to say about my boy Shawn Kemp. Niggas trying to say he was fighting for it and he was pulling the OJ. Nah, there's probably taking. What you was saying, J Doug?
I was trying to say he was trying to get off some of that bad stock from the cannabis station, on the black market. Dog, believe me, bro, you'd be surprised how many people that got businesses like him who want some tax-free money, bro.
Okay.
Meet me here. Had them 5 bands with you. I'm gonna blow that today. I'm dropping you off the stuff. Young nigga probably played. He saw him posting the vehicle. Young nigga probably said, "Hey, I told you I ain't paying shit, nigga." Know what I'm saying? So he, young nigga bust first. Kemp thought it was, he thought, what I mean? He probably saw Shawn Kemp since 10 walking up like, yo, I can't fade old head. And old head probably got that thing on him.
It was in the cars though, so I'm wondering how that shit interacted. Like, was they?
Bro, you see a 6'10" black man running down on your goddamn car? What you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying though. Did he get out the car though?
Yeah, but if you
approach the car, that's the only shit.
I thought he roll up when they said.
Now this is the thing, bro. Let's keep it real,
up,
niggas.
You still 6'10" in your car.
Niggas who still
nigga act like
nigga still 6'10" in your car.
Niggas who steal iPhones turn the iPhone off. Well, niggas can't track it, bro, until they get right and they get to the place where they gonna unlock it, jail lock it, and it's done. Yeah. Niggas not finna be just sitting knowing they got a hot iPhone on them.
True.
Come on now. Who they finna be sitting like a sitting duck?
And where was this at?
With a hot iPhone in Seattle.
Oh, in Seattle.
And then you don't expect somebody to be walking up on your car. If you know you got a hot iPhone, somebody walk up on your car, bro. You like, yo, okay, bro, my bad. I found this. Anything. You ain't gonna get the bussing. You get the bussing at a nigga, okay, this nigga might bust me if I don't bust him.
No, I disagree.
Good points.
No, I disagree with you. Because if it said that Shawn Kemp was a cannabis farm owner and he was distributing cannabis to other stores, cannabis companies and people who were, he was distributing his weed that he was growing, right? And he was a farmer and a cultivator and a grower.
The farmers is the main ones.
Hold on, because I'm gonna break it down to you. Because I've been up here, but I went up to the Great Northwest countless times, so I know a little bit of the dynamics of politics and how business works in the weed industry, right? Working in a dispensary or a store, right? Say you own the store or dispensary, right? You is pretty much like you are buying from particular farms, right? And you're going to buy what you feel like and the amount that you can sell in your store, right? So Shawn Kemp isn't overbuying weed to the point where he has to get it off on the black market because he's a dispensary owner, on top of the fact that the weed that's being bought over from a farmer is regulated purchases by the pound. Now, if that farmer is selling you weed under the table, that's something different. But for the most part, every gram, all that shit is counted and tracked. And I'm not going to say that he may not be getting weed under the table, right? I just don't feel like he would be selling weed under the table if weed sales were that slow over the table to local niggas.
This is what I'm saying. It makes sense because, like I said, even for rich people, bro, everybody want untrackable tax-free money, bro.
I understand that, and that's a good point because
that's just what it is. Telling you, when people pay high taxes like he do, nigga might be trying to save up for a new whip. He don't want that shit to show up on his taxes.
Let me ask you a question though. If you get in contact with a nigga who owns a dispensary and he's willing to sell you weed under the table, and he just so happens to be 6'10", Rain Man, Shawn Kemp, why are you robbing the plug?
It's my day. You know how some niggas just get up and say, you know how these young niggas do. It's my day.
Don't care.
Young nigga like, yo, I like this nigga. He done hooking me up.
He's a legend, but I'm gonna take his.
It's my day today, and this nigga buck. I'm gonna just bust this motherfucker, and it's over.
Personally, I don't think that Shawn Kemp was trying to do anything illegal. I think people really broke into his shit, stole a few
his
things.
Phone.
Yes, because you know what you gotta understand.
That's what I said originally.
You know what you gotta understand too. The Great Northwest, Oregon, and Washington has a poverty level out of this world. Not even a poverty level; it has a homeless population out of this world. People are poor.
Niggas bust out windows in San Francisco.
Exactly. And a lot of people from San Francisco got bused to Seattle, got bused to the Northwest. A lot of homeless population. People don't like. That's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of black people. Let me be honest. A lot of black people, especially being in the Southeast, telling a nigga about the greater Northwest of America is another country to them. It's another language. The majority, 80-90% of you niggas who grew up in the Southeast of America will never go over there to the Great Northwest. As a nigga who went over there multiple times, it's different. White poverty is different.
Yeah.
Democratic ran states are different.
Who shot at him?
The perpetrators.
What color was they?
We don't know.
That's another thing we got to figure out. And we got to figure out, well, did they find the iPhone? Have any of this have been substantiated? Cause he just saying boom boom. Did they find Shawn Kemp iPhone in his car?
Listen, man.
Or that could have been a play on Shawn Kemp. He might have dropped off to the young nigga, gave him the bag, got back. You know, I said, I'm gonna track these young niggas, make sure they got this shit right. Boom. Oh, this shit ain't right.
Tacoma's like right outside of Seattle.
They could be white, they could be black though.
Like I'm trying to tell you, it's a different. Listen, the Great Northwest is a different culture, bro. Yeah. Like you, and when I'm telling you that, like you gotta really see it. Like you see
that didn't seem extreme for iPhone to me.
And you know what I realized?
True, but it is different out there.
I didn't realize what like really that whole democratic liberal shit really was until I went there and came back and was like, you niggas,
Democratic cities are the worst, bro.
But what I'm saying is you niggas are faking the fucking funk. You niggas do not want democratic ran states. You niggas do not align with anything the Democrats be on. Y'all don't want to.
Was democratic ran. It was
but you see, it's fucking nuts.
Aggravating. Yo.
It's nuts. It was
aggravating living out there. Bro.
The democratic
so aggravating
mentality is as the liberal democratic mentality
That shit destroys, bro.
Not only does it destroys, like a black person has no agenda in that mentality.
No, because that's that mentality
Newsom was
of
a bitch.
Hey, Black Freeman, Salute said Shawn drove close to an hour from Seattle to bust that gun.
this is why I like to explain to black people the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. This is why black people like the Democrats. The Democrats talk about what they gonna do for you. The Republicans talk about how they finna make it easier for you to do for your damn self. See, black people don't want to do shit for themselves.
You know what?
That's
what it
why
is?
they
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
They want something for them. Give me some reparations.
You're not. You're not. Know what it is? Know what it is? You're not, J Doug. You're not ready for a white man with blue hair and a dress to push you on the sidewalk and call you a dirty nigger. A white man with blue hair with a pink dress and green nails will push you and call you a dirty nigger.
That would never happen in the
greater Northwest.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
You see the comments? Hold on, real quick. You see the comments rolling in. I ain't missed yet talk about the Northwest. It's different.
But that's never gonna happen because black people have so many people that's more marginalized than them that we could discriminate against now. People don't want to open up the doors of open discrimination because black people, we could discriminate against a whole bunch of people openly if we wanted to.
Yeah, but guess what?
So nobody gonna openly
guess where there were
discriminate
laws
against us.
prohibiting black people from even living, or else we will beat you until you move. The Great Northwest. Oregon had laws in place. Niggas were not allowed to move over there. The only time you can be a nigga and live in Oregon or Washington or Seattle, Washington, if you work in the water industry, as far as like shipping, fishing, log work, what do they call it? What I call it, log work, timberman. You know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of trees up there. But I'm saying if you have like no work visa in that day or not work, you know what I'm saying? If you weren't there for work, like they were keeping niggas away from the Great Northwest.
I don't blame them.
And when you fly over there and see the vegetation, how beautiful it is, you would see why they were like, oh, this is like a white haven.
This nigga free zone.
It's really a nigga free zone. And niggas are there now, but it was put in place as a nigga free zone.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's really supposed to be a white haven.
Black exclusion laws.
Lumberjack. Thank you. You know what, Tay? I was about to say flapjack, but I didn't want to be a country nigga.
Or attempts to prevent black people from selling within the borders of the settlement and eventual U.S. state of Oregon.
Read that one more time.
The Oregon black exclusion laws were attempts to prevent black people from settling within the borders of the settlement and eventual U.S. state of Oregon. Now, that's not Washington State, but it's damn close. So if you and you have to understand, back in the day, you have to travel through Oregon to get to Washington State. So, and Oregon probably a state before Washington State was. So, most likely, if it was there, it's definitely in Washington, or it wasn't in Washington, but it was well understood that we didn't want our niggas here.
Thank you, Black Freeman, for the 1999. I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me because just like what you said,
nice.
I might come on here, I might say some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? For entertainment. We're all fun. We're gonna have a good time. But when I sit here and break down the black exclusion laws in Oregon in the 1800s. In the Great Northwest, being a young black nigga from the Southeast shows you, I can play around, but I know my history to a T. That's why I can fuck around, because I can fuck around and then be drunk and then switch it up and start breaking down goddamn exclusion laws. Facts. But on top of that, before we move on to the next topic, because we're having a great conversation with Bill, and I'm gonna pour some more Casamigos. I was thinking today about like my 3 favorite non-FBA cultures, right? To just show some love, some worldly love, some Pan-African love, maybe. You know what I'm saying? My 3 favorite people outside of America, right? And it's not in any order. Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, and Haitians.
Puerto Rican got a special place on.
And I live in Florida. Puerto
Rican got a special place.
Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience with any of them. They treat me so well. I treat them the same back. I've been in multiple households, been in with families. Yeah. I look back on some of my best friends are from these places, and the women, and I've Puerto been Rican. For real. And y'all, listen, I mean, gonna go to we gonna swerve. We're gonna swerve right.
Just know Puerto Rican's been out here.
Yeah, we're not. I don't even want to talk about that. But as far as the culture, the food, the pride, the history that you guys know about yourselves, the hospitality, you know what I'm saying, the music that you guys have contributed, you know what I'm saying? The way, like, I love, like, and I can say something about everybody. I love the way that the Haitians have even came to America and have came to Florida, and with the Zoes and the Zoe Pounds, how they put their shit down and how they let niggas know, like, we ain't really even no group. Like, you never heard of Zoe Pounds running like the MS-13 or running like a gang. Right. Zoe Pound is literally like, nigga, we only here to make sure y'all niggas don't run over us, and we'll bust y'all ass anytime y'all try us. Like, I don't like niggas and Haitians. Like, we got a healthy respect. We don't fuck with y'all. Y'all don't fuck with us. Facts. But we fuck with y'all. But we don't fuck with y'all. You don't hear about no Haitian beef in America. Maybe South America, maybe South Florida. Maybe that shit go down. But I fuck with niggas from Haiti. And Tay. No. I knew you were Haitian. You know what I'm saying? This was another reason that made me think this. I'm like, yo, my homies, like my friends. Was Jamaican. My friends, like, I really thought about it. Like, Jordan's Jamaican.
Jordan's Jamaican.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jordan Jamaican. I got a lot
Anthony
of
what?
Like, what's up?
Anthony what? Jamaican or Haitian?
No, he's Guyanese.
Guyanese.
But like I said, I got, Haitian and Jamaican. Yeah, Big Elvis. Salute Big Elvis with the $5. Thank you, Big Elvis. For real, man. Got the $5 biggie bag, man. Sure. We getting right tonight, nigga. We balling out in that goddamn drive through. But like I said, the Haitians, you know what I'm saying? The way they came in, they put a Mac down in the state of Florida, let niggas know they ain't playing with them. The fact that they can go back in their history and be like, we're the only people who revolted against white society and the French and got our independence and won the revolution. And you know what I'm saying? They still have their heritage in the Creole culture in New Orleans and the French and all that stuff. And I understand we all got colonized, but at the end of the day, the Haitians fought back. The Haitians were able to be an example that we can revolt. And even though the Haitian Revolution made it harder for Black Americans in slavery because they seen what they did and they made it hard on us, we wouldn't do the same. Y'all still setting an example and a blueprint for us to be able to get liberated ourselves. So I always gotta give Haitians their props. They did what a lot of other cultures didn't do. I got to give my props to the Puerto Ricans out here. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as motherfuckers be like, oh yeah, the Puerto Ricans, they're trying to, you got the Fat Joes that's trying to crowbar hip hop. But Fat Joe, we had statements say he don't even fuck with Puerto Ricans. He is Puerto Rican. But when I want to talk about being from Florida, I think Florida Puerto Ricans and New York Puerto Ricans, like their relationships with Black people, like, are really tight. Because I hear all the time where I see people from New York, they're like, y'all don't know our relationship with Puerto Ricans up here, so like, don't speak on it. Like, we're really tight. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we respect that because when we come down here in Florida, me and we got the same Puerto Rican friends where Christmas, we can go over there. Yep. Thanksgiving, we can go over there. We can eat, drink, go to bed, grab a bed, go in the room, pass out, wake up tomorrow, eat breakfast. We're family. Like, that's family. We got Puerto Rican people that's really like family to us. We got Puerto Ricans that we get money with. Like, we pay our bills who we were in business with. We eat with. Like, it's like, no, I don't want to. I eat with niggas, but I have profitable business relationships with plenty Puerto Ricans that are about their money, cool as fuck. Facts. And we are locked in. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to them just being from Florida, like I said, I'm pretty sure New York people can attest to it. The relationship between Blacks and Puerto Ricans is like one hand washing the other. And once we have a good rapport on what we got going on, it's beautiful. And Jamaicans, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I know there's some grimy Jamaicans out there, but the Jamaicans that I've come across, you know what I'm saying? Fire, treated me well. Always got ate.
Hella good food.
Ate good as hell. Always were invited to any parties, cookouts, kickbacks. There was always some food on the stove. Facts. You know what I'm saying? The men were cool. The women were cool. I never had any bad vibes. We party all night. The music is great. The environment is great. And you know what I'm saying? That their contribution also to American culture and also the things that they've brought along the way. I really appreciate Jamaicans and Filipinos too. I love Filipinos also. Filipinos also have came in the game. You know what I'm saying? They are very nice people. I fuck with Cambodians also. Cambodians are beautiful people. Those are some, like I said, I'm foundational Black American, but I'm not xenophobic, and I'm not going to be one of them hate niggas online that talk crazy and point at everybody else and try to act like a what they call nationalist or some type of shit. Like, nah, like
if you're not going to be xenophobic, you might as well drop the FBA thing, man.
No, because FBA is basically just saying you are a Black
FBA
American.
Just saying you like a Tariq groupie, man. We are African Americans. We are from Africa. We slaves from Africa. We ain't no foundational Black American. We ain't nothing foundational about us.
No, we are.
How?
because I don't know nobody from Africa. I didn't come from Africa. My family, we all black, obviously. But if my people spent 405, we spent half 1,000 years over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, my nigga. This is where we from. When I read, cause see, niggas like to say this shit, but niggas don't understand that you're trying to tell me that half of the slaves died during the transatlantic slave trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Half the slaves died, came over here. So how is this a profitable practice if 50% of cargo dies on the way here? Number two, how is 90% of the black population in Brazil? And we don't know this. Number three, I don't think you bring people over to a country that was supposedly living in another country just to do mass extermination on the same people you brought over for hundreds of years. I don't think you do mass extermination on people that you brought here. I think you do mass extermination on individuals that were already on the land. Like what they did in Australia to the Tasmanians and the black people with blonde hair and blue eyes that are darker than me and darker than you. They didn't go over, they didn't bring those people over there. Because if they did, they wouldn't exterminate those motherfuckers. They didn't bring us over here to exterminate us. We were already over here. When you read the doctrine of Christopher Columbus, read the doctrine of Juan Ponce de Leon, the niggas who found Florida and St. Augustine, read the doctrine of the conquistadors. And they break down how the people looked, what their noses size were, what their skin color was. They're just what their hair texture was. They're not describing no Hispanic looking Indian, no Pocahontas. They're describing you, me, and goddamn Robert. When you look at the pictures of the drawings of the artists who came over here, they're drawing melanated black people.
We not.
When you go to South
we the
America,
Native Americans.
when you go to South America and look at some of those monuments and pictures that are built by the Mayans, those people look like me and you. The same people that look like people in Egypt. And you also know that if you give props and acknowledge the Moors, you're giving props acknowledging that the Moors and a lot of the Muslim cultures were sailing the seven seas before the white people were able to get out of Europe because of the Black Plague, and white people were not even allowed to travel the Red Sea and get out of Europe. Niggas don't even understand that before the 14th century, white people were not allowed to leave the Mediterranean or Europe its fucking self. They were not sailing anywhere or making any type of voyages. And every time the white man made a voyage, he brought a nigga because a nigga was going to translate to the natives a type of language that he didn't understand. So why the fuck is he translating language he didn't understand if his people were already the fuck over here?
That's pseudo history, bro.
No, that's real history. Now what is that? If I'm a white man, if I'm Henry and Clark, and I gotta bring a black traveler to come with me to talk to the native and the Native Americans, why am I bringing a black man?
That black man was a slave, man.
Why can he translate and I can't to these motherfuckers if this black man and his people weren't already over here?
He wasn't talking to no black people. He was a slave.
Why did they need a slave to talk and communicate? Because that is in documented history.
He was talking to
that is in documented history. If you ever read the passages in the transcript, hold on, let me finish. If you ever read the passages and transcript of what I just say, Henry and Clark, Lewis and Clark,
bro. Let me tell you history, real history, not ahistorical black people fantasy. When Lewis and Clark came over here with the black guy, the Native Americans, they read this and it was written, bro. They was touching on the black guy, touching on his face, touching on his skin, because they had at that point never seen a black guy before. At that point, bro. That wasn't all. When Lewis and Clark came over here, it wasn't no black people over here talking when the black man got a blow. Yo, what's up, homie? No, bro. Native Americans had never seen a black person up to that point, bro.
What you're trying to say is you want, listen, right now, what you just said is arguing the point that the people that the black people that Lewis and Clark brought over to translate were not recognizable by the Western Indians who resided in California and Mexico, which was then Mexico at the time before the French sold that land to America. So pretty much those are Mexicans we're talking about, but we're not talking about them. What I'm saying is you may bring up an isolated incident or we may be able to argue that specific point, right?
But the black people weren't doing nothing significant when they came.
But we can talk about that specific instance where maybe the slave or the black man that Henry and Clark brought along to survey the western part of America may have not been recognizable. That's not discounting Christopher Columbus, Juan Ponce de Leon, and the other conquistadors who came over to America during the whole New World shit, and they had to bring black people to translate and to navigate the land. And the only reason why you're bringing these people to translate and navigate the land is because their people were already over here before you took your ass over here. And acknowledging that will dispel the myth of the transatlantic slave trade. There's no way you transport that many fucking slaves and the population growing that. Know what happened? Once they start capturing the people that are already over here, they start reclassifying them as African slaves. You have to look at the census reports that were being drawn up at the same time. Reservations, lands, geographical territory were being taken over at the same time. 5% of slave ships, maybe 2 to 5%, made it over in the United States. But how are you killing and exterminating niggas? You know about
they wasn't killing and exterminating, they was breeding niggas. That's how it ended up being
in
so
Delaware.
much.
Certain places did have sex farms and breed niggas.
All them places.
You pass them 2 drinks over there?
Yeah, all them places breeded niggas, bro. Black people came over here as slaves, bro.
So,
I don't know why black people want to make stuff so complicated.
But listen, you say that, but you would still acknowledge the Moors and other people of traveling the 7 seas before white Europeans got out of Europe. Correct or not, right? Do you acknowledge the fact that there were black Moors of Muslim faith that traveled the 7 seas before white people got out of the Dark Ages and were able to do the Renaissance, quote unquote, and all that other fly shit?
From my research, they didn't travel the 7 seas. I heard they traveled from like Africa to Europe, because what the Moors went to Europe was a lot of intermixing in that little river, especially that connected
Spain,
more Africa and
the Black
Europe.
Sea.
Yeah. So the Moors was beginning to get a lot of diseases from the Europeans because they wasn't washing their ass and stuff. And that ended up affecting the people that was migrating towards Africa and in between, because all people really started in Africa and they started migrating out. And some people went over to Europe. That's how they get lighter and paler skin. But these people started causing disease. And what the Moors did was they went over to Europe and helped them clean up and showed them how to wash their ass, so forth and so forth. But that don't got nothing to do with niggas in America, bro. If niggas connecting everything for people of color, that's what they did in Europe. That's not nothing to do with America. They weren't doing that in America. But it sounds
so. What you're trying to say is that we didn't voyage anywhere but Europe. You're saying that we got ships in Africa and all we did was sail to Europe to see white people.
Mm-hmm. That's it, bro.
So how were they black people with blonde hair on Australia? How were they black people on the coast of Carolina that they documented that were dark as Africans and they look resemblance to Africans on the coast of the Carolinas? How are they over there if we never been over here? And the white people themselves documented black people over here. I'm asking you, as a person who would take white doctrine,
I gotta see them
white people said that.
I ain't see those, but black people came over here as slaves, bro. And we should be proud of just that. We don't have to make up all this ahistorical history, bro.
It's not that we don't have to be proud we were slaves. What we saying is that we were slaves and niggas.
And I know this the common thing that's repeated amongst FBA. That's why I just want y'all to get y'all. We were just slaves. We came over here. They bred us. That's how we get to this point. We had a lot of stuff that was going on before here, but all that black people was here first. I'm
not saying, my thing is this. My stance isn't black people were here first before everybody and anybody. My stance is that
black people's already here.
There were black people already here, number one. And I don't know why the fuck people don't understand that there were black people already in Brazil. There were black people already in some of these places. Now, when you talk about how they dropped the slave ships off in the Caribbean, yes, I believe that the slave ships did go to the Caribbean. I believe that when they say that a lot of slave ships went to Brazil, like they say 80% of slaves went over there, I do believe there is a population of slaves that went over there. But when it comes to the majority of places, I don't think that white people would spend so much money in investing in bringing so many Africans over here, half of them dying, then you bring them over here, then you spend the next 100-something years trying to exterminate the very people you brought over. You don't do an ethnic cleanse with people you brought over. You do an ethnic cleanse when you colonize an area and you want to rid the area of the natives. That is the antithesis in the history, in the historical blueprint of colonization. And I'm not even having a black and white conversation, right? I'm having a historical blueprint conversation on how things go down, just like we were talking about what happened with the bank, the Silicon Valley Bank, or what happened with a bunch of fucking 80s businesses and hostile takeovers. I can break down the historical context of how motherfuckers who colonize areas do ethnic cleanses and kill all the men, rape all the women and children, and then breed a whole mutated race, which is now, a lot of people like to say, the Hispanic race. That's what happens. We don't like to have the hard truth of what colonization really means. Colonization, nobody's bringing in a bunch of people to work and killing them off. People are enslaving people, making them work for free, and then killing them off once we understand we can't use these motherfuckers for free labor anymore. And then we're going to reclassify them so they can't pay homage to their land and tell them they're over here so they can't claim where they're actually fucking from, so they have no fucking identity. So every time these niggas say they're African and go over to Africa, the first thing the African man tells them is, you not fucking from here. You're Akademiks. This is not your land. You know when you learn you're not from Africa? When a black man looks you dead in your motherfucking face and tell you you're not from here. You are Akademiks. You are from there. Stop letting a white man lie to you. We believe everything white man tell over here in Africa. One thing we do not let the white man tell us in Africa is that you are from here. Really? That's the one lie Africans do not allow white men to get off, is that you niggas, us niggas, are not them. They'll let them tell them white Jesus exists. They'll let them tell them we will take your oil, we'll take your gold, we'll take your fucking technology to make these iPhones. One thing we're not going to do is take your goddamn bloodline and put it on these niggas in America. Yes or no?
I don't know.
What African you know tell you to come home and call you brother unless you taking money out your fucking pocket? They call you an Akademiks, and there's no way you go to America, you go to Africa and get the same shit off Nigerians, Guyanese, and other Africans come over here and benefit off. You know damn well you can't.
There's plenty of Africans and plenty of Americans in Africa getting treated with some good respect, bro. A lot of times those Africans that come over here, they get told by people at the embassies and the little people that process their paperwork to get into America, they the ones that tell them, hey, don't y'all be dealing with them black Americans. They're the ones that tell them that. But that's not the whole African sentiment, you know, from the African people in the diaspora.
African people know we're not from there. Why they call us Akademiks?
Bro,
why they call us a cat with no home? Why they call us a cat with no home? Because we go over there and act like that's the motherland, and they look at us and be like, nigga, you're from over there.
Why black people done made up their own history, bro? Seriously.
Then why do we get called Akademiks, and why do Africans tell us we're not African? We don't have any lineage over there. Yes, our DNA does share because you're black and I'm black. But guess what you niggas need to understand? There are black people everywhere. Because we've been everywhere before the white man got out of the dark ages. And black people be so anti-black, we can't believe that we actually sailed places, but you believe Egypt exists because it's still fucking there. If niggas created Egypt and there's certain architectural design structures of fucking cuttings and paintings and designs that today's modern technology cannot get the precision to line up in a straight line consistently. But you had that thousands of years before Jesus came, that they have pyramids and things inside the pyramids that today's technology cannot even recreate. That was in an African-led country that black people did. You believe that because there's no they could knock the nose off technology. They knocked the nose off the Sphinx, so you don't believe that was a fucking black man. They can't knock the nose off technology, so you have to believe that black people were the people who did Egypt. They were the people who did the technology, the pyramids, the medicine, the jewelry, the teeth, everything. Egypt is still studied and celebrated to this day. That is like the Atlanta of history of Roman back in the times. Egypt is the pinnacle of civilization. Not no Roman times, not no Renaissance. Every time somebody wants to point at this, not no Genghis Khan and the Chinese dynasties, none of that shit. When people say what's the pinnacle of civilization, niggas point to Egypt, what niggas built. But you still want to believe Egypt got built and don't want to believe in the same fucking time niggas had boats and sailed the 7 fucking seas before the white man took over.
Bro, you don't think really though, if black people were that intelligent, really, if we didn't come for slaves, we would have all our history and stuff lined up. We would have artifacts. We would have these things. People wouldn't be coming along tricking us. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was some black people doing their thing, but for the most part, the black people that you have in America come from slave lineage. We probably were slaves in Africa. We got sold over here as slaves, and that's what it is. All the other stuff is just like,
and say I agree with you,
feel
right?
good history.
But say I do agree with you, right? Say the whole "we was Kangs" narrative that I'm preaching right now is bullshit, right? Say we did come over here as slaves, right?
We did.
No, I'm gonna say we did, right? We came over here as slaves. We were enslaved, and we finally came out, right? And we fought. And after we came out, we had Reconstruction, right? White man took that down, fucked up the laws. Jim Crow came. Red Summer came. Redlining came. We still fought back. Civil rights. Now we became outside. We became enslaved, and now we are the number one image of black liberation, black empowerment, and we are now the blueprint to anything fly, dope, money, get money, being an entrepreneur, empowering yourself, standing up against a white man, slapping a crack in the face. All that shit is Black American first, and every other country that has black people have to fall behind anything a Black American does when it comes to anything outside of breathing and natural human instincts. They go to a Black American. I can show you a video right now where they were playing In the Club by 50 Cent. I think you probably seen that video on my timeline, and there's a whole African village dancing and bopping to 50 Cent In the Club. So when I say that we come here as slaves, and we became what we are presently are now, to where I can put this on and walk around Africa, and I might get shot and robbed because they know damn well I'm a Black American. They can identify by what the fuck I got on. And I'm a Black American.
We should
and
be
nobody
proud of.
outside of a first world country can afford these sneakers with this $80, $90 fucking Kango fur.
That's what we should be proud of. All
because
this.
we're Black Americans. So what I'm saying is, so because we've done that and carved our
African
own lane
Americans
as slaves, right? We should be able to have our own designated lineage to get appreciated, have acknowledgement, and get benefits just like every other historical race-based and ethnicity and nationality-based lineage, right? Jamaicans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Guyanese, Nigerians, Canadians, whites, Germans, French, Spain, Swiss.
You know what black
Ireland,
people like?
Cambodian, Tokyo, Chinese. Everybody gets their flag day, but the minute a black man has a goddamn American flag hat on, it says, I'm an FBA, I'm a proud Black American. I don't want to associate with any of you guys, not because I don't have love for you, but when the Puerto Rican flag day parade comes, we out there celebrate with you. When the Jamaican day comes, we celebrate with you. When the Haitian Revolution motherfucking day comes, I'm right there with you motherfuckers celebrating. But we were Black American and we want to celebrate. We want to stand on our own and be like, hey, nigga, we brought the last culture the last 100 fucking years. Put some respect on our name. Put some fucking respect on our goddamn name. That's all we asking, nigga. If I gave you the sauce and the motherfucking pasta and turned the stove on, don't tell me I just cooked this goddamn dinner.
But we should be identifying with the diaspora. We should not be sitting up here celebrating getting our ass kicked in America.
We do identify with diaspora. But guess what? There's a Pan-African alliance. And guess who's not a part of it? Black Americans. Why is that? I don't have a problem with that. What I'm saying is once we start understanding that we want to carve our own lane and be acknowledged at, don't call me African American. I can be Black American. I can be a native Black of America. But listen, give me my own lineage. That's who I am. Me, you, and Robert don't have no African grandma. We don't have no fucking abuela. We can't go to another land and see Granny and them. No, we see Granny and them, we gotta go to South Carolina. We gotta go to the backwoods of Georgia. We gotta go to fucking Alabama, Mississippi to see grandma, because that's where our roots came. That's where our roots come. When I get cut, my grandma goes to an ancient Indian fucking therapeutic technique to help me. When you go down your timeline, you're gonna see somebody in your family was a full-blooded Indian. When I go down my timeline, my great-granddaddy married a full-blooded Indian. So I can't sit here and play with y'all niggas and like I'm from Africa when I can directly trace a Native American heritage in my fucking bloodline. When niggas is sitting here telling you I'm not from Africa. I love Africa, but my people been over here 500 fucking plus years, been raped, mutilated, and transformed into what the fuck we are. We're a whole nother fucking race. Because just like the Spanish and Puerto Ricans can say they are, we can say we are, right? Because that's what the fuck a lot of Hispanics are, just a mutated fucking race of the Chicanos, the blacks, and the European Spaniards who came over there and terrorized and colonized the fucking land. That's all they are. but they get their own history. They get be their Puerto Rican, their own fucking race. So are we. Mutated mutts or not, we're our own people. We should be able to be proud in that without being ridiculed as being xenophobic, nationalistic, or some type of separation. We're better than you. We don't think better than anybody. We just want our own. Next topic, because this is a fucking awesome conversation. We're going to segue this conversation into black masculinity and how black men feel about this conversation, because on some real shit, I think this goes hand in hand with identifying who you are and where you come from. Let's pause this really quick before I continue to talk, because what people don't understand, especially this is probably a bunch of black American men talking. Not only do we not have a homeland we can go to, a grandma or some type of flag we can represent, right? We don't really have, unless you're really in tune with like black historical doctrine and doing your research and watching the right people, listening to the right people, reading the right books, watching the right documentaries, studying the right context. You don't, as a black American, you don't really have a type of fucking identity to where you can go to and fall back on. You hear everybody else talking about their pride. Oh, I got Colombian pride. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got Hispanic pride. All, you know what I'm saying? Is a lot of pride in your homeland. Because we don't have that, if you're not conscious, there's nothing to fall back into. So you're like a man with no name. You're a faceless person. So you deal with that in the complex of America, and then you have to deal with this new standard of masculinity that you have to appease to in this modern world. And that can confuse a black man if you do not know where you're from, you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're at, and now people are trying to rewrite the rules on how you should construct yourself in society. It's very easy as a black man to get lost and get overwhelmed in a society where it's a constant goalpost moving on how you should act and where your actually origin comes from. So let's run this clip about black masculinity and let's have a conversation. Cause see, y'all got me on this shit. Listen, I be fucking around talking about, yeah, we doing sneaker reviews, we on some fly jiggy shit and all that shit. But I'm on my black, on some real shit. I'm on my black shit for real, dog. I don't really get in that bag for real, but dog, real shit. All right, let's run this clip.
Have you ever cried in front of your black male friends?
Nikki Giovanni said a little bit of intellect is pathetic, right? And, you know, so we just try to open the eyes slowly for whoever has it.
Ego for me, I think, is a question of who I could be and who I should be.
I feel like in the Dominican Republic, they just force you to be a certain type of way.
So I was crying out of grief. And this is not me being like defensive about tears. Like, I know niggas cry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The hugging part was probably harder than the love, right? Because like some men don't want to be touched. Some of the homies been incarcerated, so like you can't just touch them out the blue. I've been fighting for masculinity my entire life. I mean, when you grow up black and gay, everything you do is a question of how much of a man are you?
Because I grew up in a verbally abusive household, so that safe space to communicate wasn't always there for me. Laughter opens doors to vulnerability.
It kind of feels good to let that weight off. Like, did I need to do that? Does that, you know, is that a good thing? All right, but let's incorporate that in, you know, these other relationships.
J Doug, you have any statements on that before I go? Robert, you have anything to say on that conversation before we go? Do you guys want to play it again so we can have more? All right, we're gonna play. Hey, listen, hold on. Before Black McCain, you say I was in the My Adidas video. Nah, I was in My Nikes video. Okay, I listen. You see the Kango, like I said, Scarlet Red Kango. You know what I'm saying? I'm bucket hat Jay. We're gonna bust out more bucket hats this year. We just had to get the red Kango, the 88s with the Kango. Listen, I know you know what I'm saying, be getting on my old niggas to my old heads, but like I said, bro, y'all wouldn't fuck with me if I wasn't raised by the old heads. That's why I go on because I know y'all old heads. Y'all fuck with me, I fuck with y'all. I still pay homage. You might see me in these tonight with a bucket hat, black tee. You know what I'm saying? I pay homage, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still fly because I like to dress like, you know what I'm saying, how y'all was doing it. But back to this conversation. Let's play it again because I want you guys to really grasp what's being said so we can have a very thorough conversation.
Nikki Giovanni said a little bit of intellect is pathetic, right? And, you know, so we just try to open the eyes slowly for whoever has it.
Ego for me, I think, is a question of who I could be and who I should be.
I feel like in Dominican Republic they just force you to be a certain type of way.
So I was crying out of grief. And this is not me being like defensive about tears. Like I know niggas cry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The hugging part was probably harder than the love, right? Because like when you some men don't want to be touched. Some of the homies been incarcerated, so like you can't just touch them out the blue.
I've been fighting for masculinity my entire life. I mean, when you grow up black and gay, everything you do is a question of how much of a man are you.
Because I grew up in a verbally abusive household. So that safe space to communicate wasn't always there for me. Laughter opens doors to vulnerability.
It kind of feels good to let that weight off. Like, did I need to do that? Does that, is that a good thing? All right, but let's incorporate that in, these other relationships.
Hey, man. Personally, appreciate that, Zion. Personally, I like to say this with black people, with black men. It's very hard to be vulnerable sometimes, because with black masculinity, it's hard because, see, a lot of us, especially the people that I do feel bad for the most, are older black men, not our generation. I feel like our generation is the first generation to be like, listen, I don't care if you're from the hood, from the suburbs, if you're gay, you're straight, if you're one of the tough niggas, if you're one of the soft niggas, we need to be more caring of each other and be more understanding and empathize with each other, because we've seen our fathers, our grandfathers, our uncles, and even us harden ourselves to the point where we are mentally unstable, but it's normalized to the point where we are like, hold on, take a pause on this. Everybody else is taking care of their mental health but us. Everybody is trying to make sure that they're okay but us. Why don't we call each other up and be like, man, are you okay? Are you straight? Let's go get some eat. I don't know, you didn't feel bad. Come on, let's go out. Or bro, I'm just gonna bring you some Jersey Mike's. Just be all, you straight, you all right? I'm gonna bring you some weed.
What's sucks about that is even with that, people will still tear shit down like, oh, that's not enough. You gotta do more. It's like, look, if you checking on your people, like, I'm sorry, for some people, that's really all you can do. Some people just don't have that energy to be like, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. If you checking on your people, talking to them, hey, how you doing? You good? What's going on? If they want to talk about it, they may talk about it. If they don't want to talk about it, then they don't want to talk about it. But when it comes to this shit, sometimes it's like certain people, it's like they don't need all that coddling shit. Sometimes as long as you checking in on people, sometimes check-ins all you need. People be looking at check-ins like it's, oh, that's not enough. Like, look, everybody's different, yo. Everybody's different. Me and John got a special friendship. Minimal communication is needed. Some people you gotta talk to niggas every fucking day.
Yeah,
Everybody's
I feel
different, yo.
I feel like that is different. I think communication. I think we have been spoiled in this new age of communication because,
so
back in the
available.
day, a nigga used to have to write a letter, and then you have to take a week to get it.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I think we need to start getting more tools to self-manage your health, like the people used to do back in the day. I mean, we so codependent on each other. I think that's another problem too. All the therapists, all this and that and the third. We need to start getting back to being strong mentally, and stop always being want to just dump responsibility on somebody else at all times. But yeah, we do need to check in with each other more. And like I say, more people just need to start raising their kids right, man. Raising the kids, get the home happy. Black men, we need to soften up. I don't think there's no reason for black men to be.
Let people express themselves.
Yeah, even me, I'm starting to learn that, like, yo, man, chill out, relax. You know what I mean? Life ain't even that serious. I think we take life too serious. I think social media also puts you in a microcosm mindset of gotta be this, gotta be that. You really ain't gotta be nothing but loving, caring to the people that surround you, sweet, nice, loving to the people that surround you, so you can, maneuver in your time, because we never know when that time is going to come to an end.
Right.
So I feel like black men, we just need to relax, man. A lot of black men, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Society put a lot of pressures on us, and we already be behind the ball in most instances. You know what I mean? So I feel like once we take a lot of pressure off ourselves, you know what I mean, the community take pressure off us, you know what I mean. I think, and the culture, once the culture take the pressure off a nigga, then we'll start seeing more black men with better mental health, man. Because to me, life ain't even all that serious. You know, I know stuff happen in life you can't help, blah, 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 but you know what I mean? Most of the problems that we create come from other people. So we got to treat each other better and, you know, get them tools out there to self-manage.
I also agree. And Robert, if you have any more statements, I want to go ahead and play the Shannon Sharp clip, because I think that also lends a hand into the conversation, because some of our older black men, because they probably know why they probably didn't need therapy, because a lot of them were self-corrected on the spot for toxic behaviors that they were displaying.
They didn't get a chance to get therapy. It was you had to figure that shit out on the fly.
Or somebody was like, "Hey, what are you doing over there? You being fucking stupid. Stop. Boy, I know your mama. Nigga, I will beat your ass in front of everybody. I ain't even your. I don't even. I listen. Me and your daddy cool."
And back then, in black community, the mental health and shit, it was stigmatized. So
Yo,
motherfuckers acting too crazy, you soft.
Yo,
or you this, you that.
Even up to my generation, right? I'm gonna say this for context. My father grew up on the north side of town, right? Where the hood at, all that, you know, all that shit, right? Moncrief, 45th, all that shit, Cleveland Arms, all that shit, right? North side for real, right? All my family over there, right? I grew up on the south side, right? When I used to go to football practice, we used to just do shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a nigga, boy. You little Mike, you Mike boy. You better stop. I'll beat your ass right now. Your dad ain't gonna do shit, cause he know. When in community, you were policed by the community. Even if you grew up on the other side, boy, I know your mama. Bro, one of my first grade teachers went to high school with my mama. My first grade teacher went to school with my mama. Every time I will call Angie. I will call your mama right now, nigga.
You didn't know who knew your
boy,
parents.
I will beat your ass and have your mama on the
who
phone
knew your parents
while I beat your ass. Stop playing.
Everyone knew your parents at that
Yo,
point.
one of my PE teachers was dating my cousin. Like, nigga, I will put you in a headlock. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to the point where you were policed by the community. A lot of the toxic behaviors, a lot of us new blacks experience, or modern black kids, young people experience, is because we didn't have self-correction in the moment. We didn't have somebody be like, "Hey, you wildin'. Hey, stop. You're doing goofy shit. Pull up your pants. Stop cursing. I'm going to call your mama." You know, the pastor used to be in tune with your family. We're out here playing around. The first lady see you outside loitering at the fucking gas station.
Everybody on social media.
Brother Hill, Brother Hill, what you doing outside? You know it's dark. You don't need to be. Hey, Brother Hill, come to the car. You go to the car. Your homeboy say, "Come here." Now I'm your mama know you ain't supposed to be out here. You know me and your grandma just got home. I just dropped your grandma off. Now I ain't gonna embarrass for any friends, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this car. I'm gonna pray for you. Come over here. Get in the car. Get and hold on. Let me finish. And you sit in the car, and now first lady she praying for you. And you get out the car, as tough as you want to act, you tell, "Hey man, I'm going home. What's going on, man? Listen, man, the first lady just prayed for me. She dropped my grandma off. Oh man, you pussy." No, I'm not pussy. I'm just a part of my community, where my community is not going to allow me to fall astray. I'm sorry you just moved here. I'm sorry your parents ain't shit. But when I grew up in the church, my grandfather was a part of the community and did community activism to where people know him. My people are high esteem, even if they know my uncle maybe did this or did that. Even if I have shitty family members, they grew up with them and they know my lineage stems from. And even if then my uncle maybe beat him for a dime of coke back in 85, they're not going to let me in 2003 steer off the wrong trail, because they still got love for us, because we still grew up in the same community. And they know they can check me, if not take off their belt and beat me. Because if I get beat and I'll call my grandma and tell him, "Hey, yo, Jim, you know the nigga named Jimmy? He took his belt off and beat me because I was out here, Lord, at corner store." You know what he going to say? "Thank God Jimmy beat your ass. And when you come home, I'm going to beat your ass for embarrassing me."
They want to know what you did, and then like when you get home,
I'm gonna beat your ass too
for doing it too.
Go ahead, J Dub.
FBA had let the degenerate side of our culture take over our culture now, so we don't have those people out there no more. Matter of fact, those people like that very scared to speak up nowadays, because the degenerate culture have taken over FBA culture. That's why we don't have that. But you're right. We used to have that, and that used to be Black Americans as a whole. That's why we had so much respect all over the world, because we was like, when it came to values and things like that, you know what I mean? We held it down, but
Yeah. And the reason why I have so much value in that type of community that I personally grew up in, being like 5 generations deep in Jacksonville, where it was teachers all through my life that, okay, like Mr. Whaley. I don't know if you knew Mr. Whaley back in school. Mr. Whaley taught my sister. Mr. Whaley taught my brother. Mr. Whaley taught me. Miss Edwards. Miss Edwards taught my brother. Miss Edwards taught me. We had another house administrator in high school that was the guidance counselor when my dad went to high school at Reebok. I forgot her fucking name, black lady.
Miss Moses?
No. But speaking of Miss Moses taught my brother. Miss Moses taught me. So Moses like, I knew your brother was a fucking hellion. I'm gonna be on your ass. You know, listen. Half of my school life, I had teachers that were twice as hard on me because of David. But when you have an older, listen, it's nothing like having an older sibling.
David fucked you up
in school. Because once the teacher be like, oh, going down here, they be like, Hill, oh.
I used to always want that too, but then I
no, you don't. Not when you're
like, no,
not when you're not when you're
your brother.
Hey, not when your sibling was putting it down for the set.
I'm happy my brothers with the reins and Reebok.
Hey,
like
not when your sibling was putting down for the set. And you know what I'm saying? They like, oh, your brother. I remember Miss Edwards like, oh, your brother David Hill. You know he got an active current push-up record for being late to class.
Watch your ass.
You gonna break that?
I'm gonna watch your ass.
Bro, the minute there was like, oh, you David Hill, little brother, teachers would immediately, oh no more benefit of doubt. No more benefit of doubt. I had it twice. Miss Moses, she listen, you know what I used to hate too? I used to big up my brother. They'd be like, oh, your brother was cool, dude. He was fly. Miss Moses be like, my nickname Dad was cool, dude. He was fly. He used to just walk around just quiet and coast.
She was shit.
Right. I mean, you know, Miss Moses, black teacher, talk shit.
She talk that shit.
She was like, yo. She's like, that was cool, dude. He was heard, not to be seen. No, seen, not to be heard. She's like, and she do this in front of class. Yo, loud ass, all the way down the hallway, talking loud, fucking off. Always got catch by a locker, talking to the girls.
Knowing
your ass got D's in my class. I always gotta pull you away. Y'all doing action. You know, like you always action. You do too much. Miss Moses was the first person until before doing too much was a phrase. Miss Moses like, hey, you doing too much, pretty brother. You be doing a lot. You doing too much.
Yo,
salute Miss Moses, man. And here go my brother checking in DZ Redline. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Follow the song DZ Redline. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. Yeah, but hey, listen, man.
David, come take a shot, yo.
David, come take a shot, man. Tay, you know Miss Moses.
Yeah,
hey, if you're lucky to have Miss Moses, Miss Moses would cuss you out and throw you in her fucking closet and slam the door, lights off, and you'll be in her closet 15 minutes. Today, that's child. Today, that's child abuse. Back in my day, that was getting some straightening.
She did not play.
You act up in class, you'd be like, hey, stop, come here. Go in the closet. She would slam the door, and your black ass is in the closet in the dark. She do the white kids too. You come out, you got some straightening.
And then she come pull you out and look at you with a stank face, like
you done,
like
nigga.
She mad for she have to come pull you out, like look at you over here,
type shit,
acting right,
type shit.
What you put me?
Hey, remember Miss Davis, tall black lady with the glasses?
Yeah,
she was a real bitch. That was a real fucking cunt. Remember Miss Barnwell? Remember her assistant?
I haven't.
All right, I'm sorry because I'm gonna lose followers. So y'all didn't go to school with me. Listen, we're gonna talk about Shannon Sharp. Play the Shannon Sharp clip, please. Yo, this Casamigos doing backflips.
Yo, shit. Ice melting quick.
I forgot it was ice.
Yo.
Oh shit. Hey, what Black McCain had the paddles getting their ass.
I came from a time skip back in my community.
Yep.
I'm from this generation.
Mm-hmm.
Black people in my community, if they saw somebody doing something wrong, if you were cursing, they say, son, you too young to curse. Don't do that. Son, if you was stealing something, son, put that back. Your grandma and mom be so different.
You were raised that way.
Skip. Yeah. The community would police it.
Yes.
Now somehow in our community, we see another black person doing wrong. Let that man live his life. Don't correct him. Why would you do that, Shannon? You being this, you being that. I'm just trying to help the man.
Amen. Shannon, you
preaching. Not bump his head.
Amen.
That's all. That used to be our community, Skip. But somehow along the way, in the last 35, 40 years, don't tell my child what to do. Okay. If you don't want me to tell your child what to do and try to correct him and help him, they got places that will tell your child when to eat, what to eat, when to shower, how to shower.
Hey, why?
So,
He Doug about to cook.
one way or another, somebody gonna tell you something. Yeah. You can take it from me on the outside and be free, or you can get it from somebody on the inside and not be free. So the choice is yours. But can we stop this community? Can we stop talking about we're talking down because we're trying to help one another?
Yes, amen, Shannon Shaw. We need to bring this back to the old school, man. All this goddamn when you correct somebody in the black community for doing something stupid in front of the police and causing themselves to get damn killed, and you try to warn other black people, yo, don't do nothing stupid. Oh man, why you cooning? Why you doing that? And come on, man. We need to get back to love, man. And that's what Shannon Shaw. That's what Shannon Shaw was talking about. Getting back to love. And I like what he said. Oh, if you don't got no you don't want to listen to me, he brought that whole new culture in of don't tell my child what to do, da 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 da. That's fine. He said if they don't want to tell your child what to do, they got somewhere that will tell your child what to do. And I'm gonna take it a step farther. If I can't tell your child what to do, don't ask me to donate to no school drives, no motherfucking tennis shoe drives, turkey drives. I ain't giving a little nigga nothing. Can't tell them shit. Fuck them.
Nowadays, they're adults, and when they make decisions, they don't want to deal with the consequences. And when the consequences come, they want everybody else to jump in. So when little Timmy asked, we told little Timmy, stop doing that dumb shit, you end up in jail. Little Timmy ended up in jail. Now they looking at the community like nobody helped him. Like, nah, we told that nigga what to do. Your ass didn't back us up. So now little Timmy in jail where they really finna tell his ass what to do. And then they look at everybody like we don't care. Like, no. People, you look, you gonna act grown. But don't be out here fucking upset when the consequences hit your ass in the face after we told you weeks ago what the fuck was gonna happen. Don't be upset now all of a sudden like, oh my God, he's in jail. Like we told you weeks ago. Timmy keep doing this dumb shit, he's gonna be in jail. Sarah, get your baby in line. We done told him stop. You told us not to tell him stop. We can't do too much.
But see, now we worse now off because now we got black people. We make excuses for criminals. You used to have black people back in the day. You was wrong. And whatever happened to you, you deserved it. Nowadays, he shouldn't have steal. Why he ain't deserve that though? And it goes back to what Jason Whitlock was talking about the other week. Black people community have been taken over by single mother, baby mother culture, and that is
ain't no accountability.
That's baby mama culture. That's why I'm saying the black community, FBA community is baby mama culture.
That's why he in this situation in the first goddamn place. If we would have shut this shit down before, he wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't see this is what happens when you don't take accountability. Everything else around you is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
When you take accountability, you can look at yourself and say, you know what? Mm-hmm. I played a hand in this. Mm-hmm. I can fix my shit. Mm-hmm. And then the outside sources, whatever they may be, may fuck me up. But at the same time, I'm not fucking myself up. Mm-hmm. But when you don't take accountability, everyone else is the problem. So you just keep in a cycle. Just boom, boom, boom. Everybody's fault. Everybody's fault. But you picking the same people, the same situations, the same bullshit. Mm-hmm. So you're always going to be fucked because you in your head, you're not the problem. When actuality is you is the problem, but you don't want to take accountability for your bullshit. Hold these niggas accountable the first time and we don't have this problem. And then they look at you like, oh, you cooning or you doing whatever. No, this motherfucker clearly don't work like the rest of us. Everybody else, we here, we good. We don't look at the situation and be like, oh, I'm going to fuck this up. That's the nigga that want to fuck shit up. But then you sitting here talking about, oh, well, how do we fix him? Tell him what he's doing wrong. Well, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just growing up. Whatever.
It's white supremacy.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you start making up dumb stuff. That's why I say we have to.
Stupid, yo.
We got to get the men back in charge of the community, and then when we start speaking up, we cannot be talking like these women. See, we got black men. We got to stop looking behind to see if some mammy shaking her head giving you validation when you damn talking. We just got to start speaking up like a man, telling the truth. And if a black woman don't like it or a mammy don't like it, then we're going to have to start exiling them from the community. We got to start exiling the Pookies and Ray Ray. But no, we got to exile the person that get on the mic and say, yo, I want to see the community do better. I want us to stop making excuses. Let's stop blaming racism, knowing good and damn well it's more niggas killing niggas than the police.
Niggas are blaming racism for bullshit. They not even niggas blaming racism, and then it's like you ain't even show up on time. You ain't been in that work. You ain't been in that job in years. You this, that, and the third. Like you ain't doing your part.
They got to the point where like you can't even call them on their hypocritical. One black person to get killed by the police, a nigga be in the corner crying, having anxiety, all type of shit, and then go outside and see 10 niggas on the block get shot down, won't scared a tear, walk over a nigga like Jay Prince, get a chopped cheese, and keep it moving. Don't give a fuck. Long as another nigga killed another nigga, all good. We don't give a damn. We wash the blood off our hand like Jay Prince say, and we going to finger a bitch that same day. We don't give a fuck. But soon as we see a white person and the police kill a nigga doing something stupid, now we gotta hyperventilate. We shall overcome. I accidentally peed on myself. We all type of, we lost control of our bowels. We can't do shit. Oh, the white man killing us? The white man supposed to love us. See, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
We want to get love from the white man.
We're supposed to do within our own people.
Yeah, because the goal is to leave the black community behind.
As long as black
to get around white people.
Black people will exile black people faster than black people, than anybody. Will fucking, when shit pops off, oh shit, that's wrong. That shit's terrible when a white man does what a black person does. It is what it is. Like, yo, that's just insane, yo. We be fucking our own shit up.
Hey,
daily.
Yes, Kano, that's the last thing a FBA want to see is a mammy jerking her neck with her lips poked out. That's like the kryptonite for any FBA nigga. That's a nigga get in line quick. Nigga butt keep sharp bucking. Oh, mammy finna act a fool up in here. But listen, man. I don't really think the black community would not community focus.
We're not at all.
We only it's crazy.
Light skin versus dark skin battles. Like,
we just don't want nobody talking about us on the internet. That's just what it is. We don't want to build shit in real life.
Everybody so much, and then when our shit comes up, we want people to be allies to us, but we done fucked up with everybody in the fucking circle. We done cuss everybody smooth out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck with us. Don't talk to us.
Exactly.
But when our shit come up, we want to be like, hey,
and now
support for black folk.
And now
because you were scared of white people off, nigga. You done disrespected everybody who could help us.
And now we putting a nail in our coffin by just beefing with other black people from around the world.
For no reason, bro. For no reason. Oh, you done said something different. You a coon. No, you not black no more. Fuck him. Get him out of here. Like, nigga, what? So you quick to exile a black person for some simple just conversation. Conversation just, hey, nigga, I think we should do this better. Oh, he a coon. Get the fuck out of here. But white folks out here, they doing all types of wild shit. Y'all just, I can't believe they doing that. That's it. That's all they say. I can't believe they doing that. They don't exile nobody. They don't call no Congress, nothing. Black folk out here, we exile. Oh, you a coon. We don't want you. We canceling you. Like,
because black people don't, be honest though, we don't feel like we can do better unless somebody give us some type of, like somebody got to manufacturally put us on top of everybody else. And we feel like once we get back on top, we could just stay there. And we feel like that's how it works. We don't want to work.
What's the next topic? Because what I liked about what we just did last 15 minutes, that I kind of cooked on the beforehand, the black masculinity. I cooked on translatatory black masculinity and the Shannon Sharp topic before we played it, Shannon Sharp topic. Then after we played it, I just gave the ball to y'all too.
Hey, look at this nigga though.
I ain't saying I'm mad at.
Look at this nigga picture online. Shannon Sharp. Look at Shannon Sharp. That nigga mad talking about these black people, bro.
Robert, what you say? Robert said, "Don't act like you was passing the ball to niggas."
Act like you John Stockton. You passing.
You said you ain't
got there.
Robert said, "Bitch ass, you ain't orchestrating shit around
here." You niggas have some fun out here.
Hey, Rob said, not you said you passed the ball. Let us work. Whole ass nigga.
Have some fun,
and I salute Shannon Sharp for having the balls enough to stay there in front of the white man because.
Shannon Sharp a lot of shit.
Hey,
Shannon Sharp always perfect. He ain't always perfect. Something I'll be like, all right, Shannon, you wild. But a lot of times, Shannon gonna call the bullshit where the bullshit is supposed to be.
For the most part, Shannon Sharp is right. Y'all just get
People
mad
just
that
hate
shit.
it.
Yeah.
People hate when people call black people hate when we call our own bullshit. We feel like we shouldn't be called on anything.
Black people like one narrative people. If you're gonna be a sympathizer, you can't correct us.
Exactly.
If you're gonna correct us, we're not gonna like you. Because
Like,
we're gonna
like,
support you.
no
We
side.
don't want to hear you correcting us. You just better be up here saying what we want to hear. We calling you Uncle Shay Shay. We giving you your black
We'll
card.
let you sort the black and mild.
Yeah.
When you start trying to self-correct niggas,
Yeah.
now you're a coon.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not a coon when you talk about the weed and the gummies and the cookies with Snoop, but you're a coon when you're trying to hold your own accountable. That's what I be talking about. Like on Starport, when I talk on that fly jiggy shit, like Shawn Kemp busting his gun, Rory, you on the bullshit, you get projecting, everybody FBJ on fire. When I'll be telling y'all how niggas really is, then it's FBJ self-project. Y'all don't like it when I tell niggas that the most racist, the most anti-black person in the world is a black man in his own house. Exactly. Y'all don't like when I say that.
Exactly.
Y'all don't like when I tell you that the envy for white people come from the homes of the black person. Y'all don't like when I say that. Right. When I turn around and start cooking Rory on his whiteness, then Florida boy Jay, he that nigga. Oh, he's speaking facts tonight. Same thing with Shannon Sharp. Y'all like when a nigga entertaining y'all. Weird, y'all don't like when a nigga is turning the mirror back on y'all.
Black folk weird, y'all.
I know y'all niggas.
That's why you can't. That's why you got. It's a fine line when you doing.
Hey, we dropping new merch. We dropping new merch. I'm gonna let y'all know now before niggas start trying to run with the wave. We dropping new merch. First shirt we dropping is the bag change, I change. The bag change, I change. Second shirt we gonna drop is reaching out for a white hand.
Hey, you need to do yesterday's price, not today's price.
Nah, that's Fat Joe's. I got my own slogan. Hey, the bag change, I change. Hey, my version.
That's why I said
that's my version. The bag change, I change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Fat Joe. That's what I'm. The bag change, I change. Hey, listen, me and Star done already cooked it up. Me and Star done talked about it. We done got the thing and rolling. So I don't want nobody thinking that, oh yeah, we about to roll with the shirt. Me and Star about to roll with the bag change, I change. We getting it done. A fly nigga. Hold on, me and J Dub gonna roll with the fly nigga time shirt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to put a little shine in your pocket. We got about 4 things. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, J Dub, you see that?
Raised out in touch. Well, I don't know. Reach out, Troy. I know that you called me off key. I got you though.
Hey, niggas know the song. Hey,
niggas know the song, man.
Sit in Politics Podcast. Hey, I want to let you know. Hey, I seen you DM me. Sit in Politics Podcast. We gotta get a part 2, J Dub. I'm telling you, if you got it, ride with me one of these days a week. Give me a free day you have. We're gonna ride to Orlando. I have a studio, a podcast studio with a roadcaster and all, right? Mm-hmm. You set up this shit. We're going to do a part 2 with Sit in Politics Podcast in Orlando. You down?
Yeah, man. We do it.
We did an episode about 2 years ago. Fire. I fuck with them. I fuck with the platform.
Is that what, Aaron?
No. Those are my guys from South Florida. Those are my guys from South Florida. We've been doing
South Florida.
Yeah. Like Tampa, St. Pete area.
Okay.
Those are my people. They've been support my platform. I support their platform. Watch their lives. I fuck with them. We're going to link up. The only thing I'm like I said, me and J Doug gonna talk about when he has just a free day to slide with me to Orlando, because y'all know that's my second home. We're gonna slide to Orlando. You guys meet me in the same studio we recorded in the last time. We got the camera right. We're gonna stream it live on your platform and ours at the same time and get the views. Because see, last time we weren't as big as we are now, so we had to record the video and then send it to each other and post on each other's channels and get it, you know what I'm saying, get views. Now me and Sit Positive, we big dogs now. So then we're going to live stream it on both our platforms, how we do Kill Perez and Give the Curse Podcast. We're going to live stream it on YouTube, and it's going to be big. And I fuck with Give the Curse Podcast. You know what I'm saying? They real niggas. They support me. I support them. I still watch all y'all niggas shit. Y'all are dope, and I can't wait. So what we got next? What we going to?
DJ Akademiks got some type of problem with Metro Boomin.
Let's play it.
And DJ Akademiks' name is trending in the chat for some reason. I don't know.
Little bitch. You're too sensitive.
You like Tom and Jerry.
I don't want to hear you with your Kleenex and your sniffles when you come to my fucking page. So what the fucking animals and the ruthless niggas be in the comment section. They comment on everything. They make fat jokes about me every fucking day. I gotta live with it. This little fucking moist ass eyes nigga, he crying after a 2 mile per hour wind. Don't post me no more. Shut the fuck up. Block me, restrict me. I don't care. Keep your sensitive little tweeny fingers out of my comment section. Because you must have been gassed up. If Metro don't trust you, I'm going to shoot you. You ain't doing shit. And neither is Future 2.
Oh, pause.
Came in this door. I kicked open the door my own self.
Pause that.
I'm not about to...
No. So we not no Future motherfucking slander on this goddamn platform. One thing you niggas is not doing. Stop that. You know I was going to stop that. Listen.
I like Akademiks getting at niggas, man.
I do. Me too. But listen. I'm going to say this.
I hate that nigga.
I'm going to say this, though.
The negotiator.
I'm letting him get his bag off. Ain't no Future slander on this platform.
You,
listen.
AK always doing too much.
Ain't no Future. Listen. My name is FBJ. That's Florida Boy J. But it's also AKA Free Band J. Free Band Johnny. And niggas who know me off this platform, Robert, goddamn, it's Free Band Johnny, y'all. Hey, when the live stream ends, it's really Free Band Johnny. We really cosplaying as FBJ. So let's stop the cap. We ain't gonna talk too much.
I'm so tired of hearing Future around this nigga.
We ain't gonna do too much on Future because it's FBJ right here. It's Free Band Johnny right here.
Future around this
nigga. The Wizard.
I'm so tired of hearing Future around this nigga.
We gonna play act. We gonna play act before I get out of my body and get a copyright strike. So you see the speaker right next to the camera, which means right next to the speaker. I'll play a Future set list right now because we got a verse coming up. Side note before we continue the clip, let me go ahead and plug this. Everybody loves this platform. We have a versus match coming up this week. We're gonna do it in a new studio that was premiering this week. This Tuesday, Wednesday, we have a new studio. We're doing a versus match. I'm letting you know the brackets now. I probably told you before, but this is the brackets. We're gonna do Jay-Z. Huh?
This is a new studio?
Yeah. Okay. No. This is not.
Oh, okay.
This last night in this studio.
I was gonna do you like Gilly and Wallow. I was like, so this is your new studio?
No, this is not my new studio. This is not the new one.
Nigga, where the fuck was I when niggas left the block?
Hey, niggas wasn't running. Niggas was happy to see you on the block.
Hey, I passed you the 40, you passed me the 40.
Bitch, how long has this been? Dude, this is the old studio. This is the first studio.
I want to be feared, nigga.
Facts. Listen.
Go ahead.
We got the verses. It's eight seeds. 7 games. Instead of doing a 20 song verses, we're gonna do a 7 song verses, 21 songs total for 3 rounds, right? 8 teams. You have Jay-Z versus Kanye West, 7 songs. The winner of that faces the winner of J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar. They have 7 songs. The winner of that faces Jay-Z, Kanye. And the winner of those 2 matchups goes to championship round. The next bracket we have.
Is this the Eastern Conference?
It's whatever conference. I'm just saying, maybe
it sound like the Eastern.
We say the lyrical miracle niggas versus the turn up niggas. Fuck it.
Oh,
the backpackers.
The lyrical miracle versus the turn ups?
The backpackers versus the trappers. The pretty boys versus the goddamn rappers. Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Versus the miracles.
The lyrical versus the miracle. Right?
I fuck with that.
Right. And in the next bracket, say the next conference,
right?
We got Drake versus Wayne. And we got Future versus Young Thug. Potentially, they may swap Thug out for Ross. We've been having conversations.
I need to see Ross.
But niggas, listen. I got like a bunch of group chats, but this group chat is the one who's doing it. I have somebody in the battle of the 8. You already know who I have. I have Future. The person who I'm battling is Randy. Randy, he's been on the pod. RMC. He has Young Thug, but he is talking to Imran, aka Rondo, the guy who had Beyonce versus the Rihanna versus with Pops. Rondo has Jay-Z and he has J. Cole in the battle. They're talking. They might end up taking Rick Ross and Rick Ross's catalog to battle Future in the 7 games. Me, I'm taking Future. I think I can take Future's catalog and win the 8-man tournament to prove my point that he's the greatest rapper of all time. We're going to do the verses. J-Doug, I would like you to be there so you can pull up. We can have it. And in your opinion, Robert, I think you should come too. I would like to have as many people as possible and as many callers and viewers as possible because I want to have consensus opinions when we take rounds and pick songs. And it's going to be concise and compact because only 7 songs.
Who Ross playing again?
They're debating if they want to pick Ross or Young Thug to battle
Lil Wayne.
No, to battle Future. Wayne is battling Drake. Hove is battling Kanye West, and J. Cole is battling Kendrick. So if I'm Future. You want to bring Young Thug's catalog to me or Ross? Me personally, if you bring me Young Thug's catalog, I can close my eyes and grab songs and beat you.
Because I'm looking at Ross. Because I didn't realize how much of a Ross fan I was.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why you're a Ross fan, right? If I'm Future and I have his catalog and I'm battling Young Thug in a 7-song versus, I can close my eyes and pick 7 songs and most likely beat you, right?
Are these songs with Ross as a feature?
No, these are all Ross songs. The only Ross song you can't play is a Future song. The only Future song I can't play is a Ross song. You can't play the opponent's song. But what I'm saying is this: if I'm Future, right, and I got a battle against Young Thug's catalog, I close my eyes and pick good songs and beat you. If I'm Future catalog and I got to go up against Rick Ross, it's a totally different battle, and I have to pick my songs carefully because Rick Ross has a good enough catalog to beat Future in a 7-game series. So I would personally rather go against Rick Ross for entertainment purposes, but I think it's going to be easier when going against Young Thug.
I gotta hear some of these songs.
So with that, we're gonna have a versus, but before that happens, we're gonna finish this episode. And J Doug, you are here to produce and let us know what the next topic is. Look out for that versus battle; it's gonna be fire.
Fucking Wayne, baby.
But that's what he's saying is a reason why I would rather throw Ross in there, because I feel like Rick Ross catalog deserves to be in this battle over Young Thug, to be honest. And I'm a Young Thug fan.
I don't want.
Before we play the clip, J Doug, let me ask you: do you feel like we should put Rick Ross ahead of Young Thug in that versus, and save Young Thug for a different tier where he may battle the Travis Scotts, the Dirks, the Cardis? Do you think we should just drop Young Thug to that catalog and bring Rick Ross up to this 8-man seed? What do you think, J Doug, as a hip hop nigga yourself? Move the Carisha thing for a minute. Like, I just want to get your perspective before we go over the Carisha topic.
Yeah, I would separate Ross and move Ross on up to the big boys, but just.
So would you take Ross over Young Thug in this 8-man versus? Because we're not talking about you hypothetically taking out somebody else to place Ross. The person on the chopping block is Young Thug. Only because when you look at his catalog compared to the other 7 components, when you compare Young Thug's catalog to a Drake's, to a Lil Wayne's, to a Future's, to a Young Thug, I mean not to Young Thug, but to a Cole, Kendrick, Jay-Z, Kanye, does Young Thug have good enough songs, just as good as songs as them, as a Young Thug fan? Absolutely. I'm a Young Thug fan, so I know B-sides, I know mixtapes. I am going to say yes.
And these including features too?
Features, Young Thug can sit with them. But the impact,
even from like with Joey Quan?
Yes. Young Thug can do it. But the same thing Leor Cohen was telling Young Thug at 300 meeting, you do not work your hit records to resonate with the people enough to take these same records and some B-sides and win a versus in these battles, because those songs, as big as your fans fuck with them, they're not as big of an impact for you to beat some of the other artists' main songs. Because to me, I can play the tour, the Rich Gang, the tour volume 1 with him and Rich Homie Quan and beat hella niggas. Yeah. But the masses may not know that album and I may lose. So that's why I say a Ross, because Ross can actually go it with a Future. Ross can go with a J. Cole. Ross can go with all the other niggas I named unquestioned.
Okay, I can see. Yeah,
Future, I mean, not even Future, but Thug, you may have to go to a lot of his biggest hits.
Yeah, facts.
And
if you're with Future, yeah, because Future got hella bangers that everybody knows.
Like Thug gotta go, and that's the part of the battle. Everybody facing each other in round one doesn't necessarily have to go to their biggest songs of all time to win that particular round.
Right.
When we look at Young Thug, he's the only artist out of the 8 that has to go to his biggest records to get out of his round. And I think that alone tells me you're not qualified for this bracket, and I might have to replace you with a Rick Ross who has records and beat 2 Chainz in the live verses and didn't even get all the way in his bag. Rick Ross beat 2 Chainz. Rick Ross, and Jeezy and probably a few other artists won their verses matches with a whole nother 20 in the tuck for another nigga.
Did he play Push to the Limit?
I can't even remember. But he had a lot of shit that he did not play, and he beat the shit out of 2 Chainz.
That's my shit too.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, J-Dub, we can finally introduce the next topic. I'm sorry,
But Carisha been in the
That Barter 5. No, if it was a Barter 5 he dropped, that Barter 5 was fire. Barter 6, whatever the fuck it was, Young Thug's first album was fire. I don't know what you're talking about. That shit went triple platinum with the young niggas. But I'll fuck with Ross. We're gonna play Carisha because she acted. First of all, she was in BMF last night and it was a horrible. I thought I was watching a Tubi movie from a Styrofoam Cup.
Comments, and I was like, oh, y'all hard on her. Then I watched it. I was like, nah, Carisha. That was Carisha, Young Miami, whatever you are.
Right, and now she's coming out here professing the fact that she needs to be single or some type of wild self-reflection.
She needs to just focus on acting.
So let's go ahead and run this play.
No, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married because I feel like men are not faithful. And if I get married, that means I'm giving my life away to you. So that means like I want to be with you for the rest of my life. No, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married because I feel like men are not faithful. And if I get married, that means I'm giving my life away to you. So that means
I mean, women ain't faithful either, though. I mean, I understand what she's saying. I totally agree.
Carisha get rich.
At the same time, women are trash too.
I think she just need to put a price tag on that pussy, $100,000. All trips to take a lick.
At this point,
you get rich.
No, what she doesn't understand, when you hit a certain tax bracket, unless you're trying to be 100% faithful in a traditional relationship with a man that wants you as their traditional relationship wife and is ready to be monogamous with you as an individual.
Exactly.
Once you start dating men of money, power, and influence, you're not the only girl that they're going to date. And even if they say they're with you, they're going to cheat. So, and I'm not saying every man, but the men that she may be going after are men that are not trying to settle down with her. Therefore, she has this perspective when all actuality, the bracket of men that you're trying to date don't want to be tied down by you as an individual. You may find a man in the same tax bracket that may want you, but the men that you want don't want you to be their traditional wife and settle down with.
And they may
That's
not be
the
cheating,
reality.
it's just like the money they're making, like, you're not the only one. They have other options. I'm not saying they're pursuing them, but they have other options. So you can sit here and be mad about it or whatever, but if a nigga's making that much money, he gonna have options. He may not choose all of them, but he may choose them. We don't know. But at the same time, hey, he ain't choosing just you. He got money. He got options. Y'all can't get mad at a nigga with options. You love a nigga with options? Guess what? Deal with his options.
You fell in love with the same nigga that pulled up to the turn up with the Migos, had another bottle of Migos in the car when this one ran out, had the sauce, was the juice and the squeeze, and you liked him because you knew he was him. Now you want to cuff him down knowing he was him. That's why you liked him.
That nigga was never going to be a father. He was never going to be a husband. But you thought you could change him.
Hey,
you can't.
Hey, what Regina, what boss lady?
You knew I was a dog when you met me.
See, that's why.
Y'all know they dogs when you meet them. Y'all just assume when you meet a nigga that's a whatever case may be, you sit here and think, oh well, you know, I'm a great woman. I figure I'll change him, and he'll become better.
I'm sorry, this nigga Black McCain said this nigga. Hold on, this nigga drinking barefoot Kmart wine. listen. Yo, stop.
Barefoot came out.
Yo, hey man, where my lighter? Listen, real shit though. What Rob is saying is right. It's like, dog, listen, like, why you got stripped? You know I was dog. You met me, like, but it's not even about being a dog. Sometimes what attracts you to a person is an attractive feature.
What I think is
on that person. So like, because like you may like that about somebody, but that's an attractive feature that the majority of people like about that person.
True, that too.
So just because you ended up with them doesn't mean that they automatically have to cut off that attractive feature about them to the rest of the world.
True. But also, I think what happens is, I think as we grow up, we have attraction to certain types of things, right? We like crazy chicks, girls like gangsters, they like thugs, whatever case may be. As you get older, you have to understand that when you meet certain people, certain chicks, certain men, these people, whatever your lifestyle, whatever type of lifestyle, if you want a marriage, if you want kids, or you just want a bachelor lifestyle, you just want to party all the time, you have to understand different people are going to do different things. Now, if they want to change themselves and be better, that's a different story. But at the end of the day, if a motherfucker shows you that he's a thug ass nigga, he out here wilding and partying, and you sit here thinking, oh, well, because I'm me, he gonna switch up his whole game and then, you know, become a father figure and a husband. That's not that nigga's role. That's not what that nigga wants.
Like I said with Carisha, like you gotta take self accountability in the people that you go after in the
that
track.
Too.
Like me personally, right? I can't sit here and be like women aren't shit or bitches ain't shit, but I know I've dated high maintenance, extra ass Scorpios, Aries, and Leos. Like nigga, and they're all bad. What do you expect, sir?
You gotta take an inventory.
What do you expect?
You gotta take an inventory of your own shit
to you, sir.
You have to understand, when you date a certain group, when you the person date a certain group of people or a certain type, you have to understand what that certain type comes with. Don't sit here and try to change them up and be like, oh, well, I want to change them. No, that ain't your job. If you're gonna date somebody, date them. Well, hey, people say, you date people as they are or leave them alone. Love them where they're at or leave them alone. So if you date somebody and that's a thug ass nigga, either you love him as a thug ass nigga or you leave him as a thug ass nigga. Don't be sitting here thinking, oh, well, because he's met me, I'm finna change his whole life. We finna get married, have kids, white picket fence. That nigga don't want that shit unless he decides to change himself. And that's just how it is. That's really what it is. If a nigga don't want to change, nigga don't want to change. You can't, y'all out here trying to be graveyards to niggas, you know, that don't know what the fuck they want. And you mad at us. You mad at every nigga on the planet. Like, oh, well, y'all niggas ain't shit. No. Like, the niggas you fuck with.
You want to date moguls and Grammy nominated producers and multi-platinum rappers and trying to get them to cuff you. Like, stop it. And you were just parading around for Diddy. Like, honestly, you just brought your property market value down. And now you mad that the evaluation didn't come back what you thought it would. Now you talking shit. Bitch, understand, you just got finessed out the box once again.
And you told everybody you like to get peed on. So, like, if a nigga married you, you know what I mean? They already know for a fact a nigga done peed on you before, period. You know what I mean? So, we don't know when we go in the room. We only got to think about, okay, you might have fucked a nigga. No, a nigga might actually been and peed on your ass. And I'm sitting here holding your hand tight, hoping that a nigga don't pee on your foot or something to remind you about the old days.
Like, that's what she said. She like condoned. That's what all these hoes like, you know what, I like getting pissed on. Like, literally, it's like celebrities got to come out and say they like certain stuff, for like people to come out and say like they do certain stuff. And that's
like,
my problem.
Pissed on, all I can think about is Huggy. You goggling. What if you know your girl is a goggler? She been goggling pee before. You can't marry her, dog.
I don't know. It's like this, bro.
Well, not if it don't matter if she does that, but not nobody that the world knows she's a pee goggler. You know what I mean? A nigga be coming to the crib. A nigga, you know how niggas, a nigga like to play. So you know a creepy ass nigga come over to the crib. You know a nigga like to play, so a nigga come over to the crib.
Sir Alt Elite, and go ahead, clock out.
You know a nigga come over to the crib trying to attract your girl, so they'll have a bladder full of piss, come over there, pee with the door wide open. All she hears is pee hitting the water loud and shit.
Nigga, what?
Yo, yeah. You know why? Because it's the same dynamic when you date a girl with a kid. You know why? And I'm gonna tell you. No,
kink shaming.
Let me break down the science. Listen. The math is mathing. The RZA gave me the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I know. Listen, me and the RZA connect. The Wi-Fi strong. I'm break down the science of what J Doug's saying in the dynamics. Having a bitch that having a young woman that has received golden showers. Basically, is like, this is the bar of what she's into and what she's willing to do for a man. So if you cannot pass that bar, then does she love you? And is she as comfortable as you as she was with whoever took her to this particular limit? And with a woman, that also can be parallel to a woman with kids. If you're willing to have another nigga's kids who you're not with, why won't you have mine? Or if you had another nigga's kids who was a bum ass nigga,
I gotta take care of the niggas' kids,
and you don't want to have mine, and I'm actually the nigga you should have kids with.
Ridiculous.
But what I'm saying is, once you've seen that a woman or the woman you're in love with has done X amount for a man, if she won't do that for you, then you feel like you aren't.
I'll take care of one kid, but I won't go over one.
But you kind of see what I'm saying? Like, if you are with somebody that have done for somebody else and they haven't done for you, then you feel like they don't love you as much as they love the other person. Quasi, I'm laying in my plane. If your girl has received golden showers, and not that she wouldn't have you do it, but you might even be willing to do that to her. But she's had niggas do that to her.
You might respect her more than that. So think about that. You got a woman that you see other qualities in, but the world know, hey, that's a old pissy bitch. Come over to the crib, she lying and shit. All of a sudden the kids done pee in the bed, knowing goddamn well a nigga done straight peed on her ass. Baby, when I got with you, that's why your room was so pissy. I got with you, that's why your room was so pissy. Damn, babe.
Nah, hey, sitting politics.
Then your mom know. She come to the family reunion.
Listen, sitting politics saying the same thing. I'm trying to convey to the audience that you have to do it, even if you're uncomfortable and you don't want to do it. You respect, because if another nigga disrespected your girl to piss on her nigga, you gotta piss on that.
You might have to take it up to BIG level and shit on her.
And you know what? That's my problem. This is my problem with having the Casamigos. Because the minute I said what I said, I got silent as I was saying it. So I'm like, you know what? That's the Migos talking. I probably wouldn't have said that. Even though that's true, that if she received golden showers, you would have to give her a golden shower too. But I would not do what you said. But what I'm saying is,
well, that's BIG style.
Yeah, that's BIG style. But what I'm saying is, like I said, if you're dating a chick with a child, right? Mm-hmm. And she doesn't want to have your child, and you don't have any child, then it's kind of like, why would you have a bum ass nigga's kid and not mine? Why would you have? And now you both say you take care of his kid. Why would you have his child and you're not with him, but you don't want to have mine, and you're with me?
Well, most women in that position, they want you to marry them first before they have a child with you, because most women don't want to be stuck with a child of two single mothers. So I understand that.
But do you kind of see the comparison of what somebody's willing to do for somebody else?
You don't want
them to be willing to do that or more for you, right?
Yeah.
And that's the antithesis of my point, where it's what people and how far individuals are willing to go to prove their love and loyalty to you. And if it's things that you have received that the person you love hasn't done for you, you may question the person you love with. If you do for somebody else and the person you're with, you're not willing to do for them the same way you did for somebody else, are you truly in love with that person much you love the person that you did it with?
And that you can be, but you can learn. That's why it's good. And I was just thinking about this as you were talking.
You're right.
You can learn. So if you got a girl a car in that relationship, you don't get in your new relationship telling her, I brought my last girl a car, because you setting yourself up now. You see what I'm saying? You may not, you still may like this bitch more than you liked your last girl. You know what I mean? But you're not finna buy her a car. You know what I mean? But if you put it out there, then that's what I'm saying. Miami put it out there. That's why I'm saying certain things. If you're not gonna do the same for your new chick and more, then no, don't put out what you did for your last chick. Or what you did with your last chick. You ain't willing
to do that for the next
one.
CJ Doug dropping some good game right now.
Yeah. So that's what we slip up. We start talking. Like, I done brought that bitch a car and all, and she left me. And your girl be like, oh, you done brought her a car? Mm-hmm. So you gonna buy me a car?
See, one thing y'all gotta understand real quick, bro. See, that's why real shit for my audience. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Please make sure the likes reflect the viewers in here. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, subscribe button on some real shit. Just to tell y'all something like real quick, 50 seconds. That's why you gotta understand how we pod, how we do content. Why I gotta support me, man. I'm not just no weird ass nigga sitting in the basement. I'm not no lame ass nigga that never experienced life, never went nowhere, never spent no money. You know what I'm saying? I'm really the next person. I'm really the next podcaster up in the game. I'm really somebody you got to pay attention to, subscribe to. You know what I'm saying? Just invest your time and attention in, bro. Because like honestly, on some real shit, I don't think for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I don't think there's anybody you'd rather see in the culture, because there's going to be times where the people you see now are going to, you know, time is going to come and go, and there's going to be a new crop of content creators, podcasters, journalists, people who really in this game, you know, having conversations and shit. And I don't think there's anybody else who you're currently watching of my age group per se that you would want to be the next up outside of me, who can actually give you real game talk, show you real shit, show you, you know, what time it is before, you know, we blow up, before we get mainstream, before the bag hit and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is really out here. So before we get into that, we have another topic. What we going into? You back? Right. We got, you know what I'm saying? We back in the building. What's up? Oh shit. All right, so that's a bet. Yeah, man. Let's clock. Yeah. We're gonna clock out, man. So, like I said, man, I really appreciate, like I said, y'all tapping in, you know what I'm saying, y'all subscribing to Perspectives. No, it really was. Like I said, but real shit before, man, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even showing, because like I said, I didn't want these bitches, but like I said, niggas who been on a sneaker plug, showing y'all, because like I said, we getting.
You gotta start doing shoe reviews now.
Nigga, the ultimate nigga flex. They always down flex. I ain't want them, but
hey, tell him, J.
That's that fly nigga talk.
Every time.
See, how you gotta catch fly nigga talk? Oh yeah, I got the new. All right, it's the first day out. You know what I mean? The day they came, I ain't want them, but
nigga had the nigga person basically robbed me and put him in my pocket.
Man, it's that material shit. Don't even niggas that damn player, man. We need to be worrying about. You need to be worrying about reading books and education and getting your mind right, man. Don't be worrying about this little stupid little shit. You know what I'm saying? I got this little shit. Don't worry about that. That's fly niggas talk. Anytime nigga try to take attention away to bring attention. That's just, you gotta watch niggas like that. That's an old school trick. I ain't want them.
Listen, that's why you keep niggas like J-Dub, Rob, my cousin, Florida Boy, Fats. You got it. I don't have a circle. That's another reason why you gotta fuck with me. You see my circle. I don't have any yes man around me. Everybody around me is a no man. Everybody around me is like, we're gonna roast, clown you on off camera. We're gonna correct. I come from a community like we talked about black people earlier. Boy, your grandma, I know your grandma, I know your dad. We do self-correction over here, so you never gotta worry about no fuck niggas, no lame shit going wrong. We talk about each other. We have fun with each other. This is a great environment. This is Respect is Facts podcast, episode 62. We had a great conversation on this Saturday night. We came in clean, got out clean, had a lot of good conversation, touched on all the topics. We turned up with the Casamigos. You know what I'm saying? And please hit that button, subscribe. We're going to see y'all next week in a new space, in a new place. You're going to enjoy it. We're going to be dropping clips all week. We still got clips from the last 2 episodes. We're going to drop it all week. You guys have a wonderful night. Enjoy yourselves and be safe. We will see you Tuesday. My bad.
Tuesday, we out.
We out.